Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to
All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
All the people who are sports fans are walking around today. What's this boa everybody's talking about on social media? A boa constrictor? Or is there a snake? Is it in Edmonton or Calgary? What are people talking about? It's the BOA. Oilers Flames tonight. 8 o'clock game. Now, do they still call it Cowtown? Do they still call Calgary Cowtown? You know why they call it that? Because cows wander wild in the streets. It's the feral cows of Calgary. That's why they call it Cowtown.
Confirmed.
They still call it that?
Oh, yeah.
8 o'clock game. 7 o'clock for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show here on Edmonton Sports Talk. That will be hosted by our friend and colleague, Tom Gazzola. Jay and I are with you until 6 o'clock. It's the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. We have plenty of Oilers discussion after a bummer of an outcome last night against the Toronto Maple Leafs, 5-2 the final. Couple of power play goals in the third. Empty netter to put it away for Toronto. We'll look at some big picture items for your Edmonton Oilers as well. We have more Super Bowl discussion. Why wouldn't we? Big games coming up on Sunday. Seahawks, Patriots. And Friday, we're going to make our picks, right? I think we're going to try to get scores from everybody on staff. I mean, you got to go big for the Super Bowl. It's not the medium bowl; it's the Super Bowl.
It's the Super Bowl, and we can get listener
and we're going to take
scores.
listener. Yeah, don't send in your predictions today. Do it Friday.
Yeah, we must.
We must do it.
That's fine. And Friday, we're gonna spend some time, Reid. Just you and I talking about all the crazy different bets that are.
Or we're going to do what we did last year.
I think. What did you do last year?
So last year you gave me 10 prop bets,
and you $250,
and I wagered I think $2 on each one.
$2,
and I think I came out. I think I got 6 out of the 10. And I came out like with 24.50 or something like that.
Yeah, we're going to do it again.
So we might as well do that again.
Why not?
Yeah. Artemi Panarin has been traded to the Los Angeles Kings. That broke when? Right at the start of the EST afternoons with Hernan and Gager. And then what, they signed him already?
Yes.
Right. This came
2
out.
years.
Well, the roster freeze was at 1 o'clock our time.
Correct.
So Panarin goes to the Kings for a conditional third-round pick and a prospect, Liam Greentree. Sounds like a bookstore. Well, that was Greenwoods. That was in Edmonton. Wasn't that Greenwood? They don't have Greenwoods anymore, do they? That was a nice bookstore, though. There's one on White Ave. It was fun to go and browse around in.
Greenwoods?
Wasn't it Greenwoods? Somebody will remember. Wasn't Greenwoods the name of or there was a few Greenwoods bookstores in Edmonton? I don't think they're around anymore. Am I thinking of the right thing? Anyway, that was not involved in the trade. Panarin to the Kings in exchange for a third rounder and the franchise rights to Greenwood's books for Liam Greentree. And then Panarin signing a 2-year extension with Los Angeles with an average annual value of $11 million. The Rangers will retain 50% of Panarin's salary in this deal. If the Kings win a playoff round this year, that third rounder becomes a second rounder. If the Kings win 2 playoff rounds this year, they also get a fourth rounder in 2028. So that's the final scoring for that one. Panarin currently in obviously the final year of his deal. So then the Kings can turn around and sign him to an extension. Okay, quick thoughts from Jason Milne. Just quick hitter answers. Does this make the Kings the favorite in the Pacific Division?
No.
Okay. Does this make Ken Holland look like a genius?
No.
Why not?
He was gifted Artemi Panarin. That's where he wanted to go. What? Don't look at me that way, Coob. The reports are out. That's where he wanted to go. He said, hey, can you give us something back so we don't look like complete idiots? Okay, sure. We'll take the bookstore. You know, like, I mean, no. It wasn't it wasn't a marionette, dangling different threads and making puppets move and doing all these. He wanted to go there. So, I mean, good for him. It's going to look good on the resume.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Does this make the LA Kings a lock to make the playoffs? They're currently a point out. When you go by points percentage, they're actually virtually tied with the Oilers.
I would say yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is a hell of a hockey player.
You think this gets them in?
Yes.
You know what this does, actually, is this increases the chances of a fifth consecutive Oilers-Kings first-round matchup.
Well, what do you think of that?
I'll put that out there.
That does. That certainly does.
It could happen yet again.
So the Kings are sitting at 60 points. Anaheim is at, anything can happen, Reid. I mean, the Kings have the Oilers have 3 games in hand on the Kings too. So yeah, like you said, as per points percentage.
Yeah, the Kings are 556 and the Oilers are 561.
They're right there.
Yeah, so virtually tied. It's pretty tight. I mean, if you go by points percentage, Vegas 582, Anaheim 563, Edmonton 561, Seattle 555, Los Angeles is a little bit ahead of Seattle at 556, Utah 554. So right now Utah is the best wildcard team with points, but comes down to games played and points percentage. Yeah, it's tight. This could be Edmonton, LA 2-3 again in the Pacific Division. They play again in the first round. Maybe. Anyway, we'll talk about that throughout the course of the show. Oh, I like this from Bronco Nick. Holland was forced to take the over-ripened banana bread. What did he say? He doesn't invest in green bananas at his age?
Right.
Mech says, if Panarin is so good, how come the Rangers are last in the East?
Fair question.
Yeah. Caster says, or Andy says, yep, Greenwood's bookshop off-white. Used to be in the old Tipton building before that.
Yeah, so closed 20 years ago.
Yeah, so there we go. But see, like this is what is the amazing thing about the show. Look at everything we've covered already. Oilers tonight, big trade in the NHL, some civic history and trivia.
This is why you listen to this show.
Where else do you get that?
And I mean, Reid, look at what you're adding for the Kings in Artemi. I mean, he's a little older.
Over a point a game.
But it's over a point per game. That instantly makes you, the LA Kings, a better team, right?
Yes.
No question. And playing for New York, who is in last place, isn't exactly great for the confidence and great for the, oh, hey, I want to go give it all I got. And how many games has he been sitting out, too? I mean, he's only played 52 games.
What has it been, a week he's been sitting out already, I think?
And he's wanted out of New York for a little bit longer. It's been known. So I don't think New York exactly got the best out of Artemi Panarin this year. Yeah, it's great. Great for the Pacific.
You can get in touch, of course. Email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. You can participate with us and with each other. Usually you guys just get chatting amongst yourselves. The Nasty Chat, that's the chat stream that's going on YouTube. Edmonton Sports Talk is the channel. Please subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. Our next plateau, 14,000 subscribers.
Onward.
Pretty cool. We're getting there. And again, for each individual show, because the count resets for each show, so we just started at 0 again 10 minutes ago, click the thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. And once you've clicked the thumbs up, then click the
Do you believe in life after love?
button and send the link off to other people via email or text and encourage them to get involved in our community. Now, again, I want to emphasize this. Yes, the thumbs up is fun. It's nice for us to get to 100, which is the minimum we want to get to every show. We really would love to get to 100. But if you click the thumbs up, share the show link, all that kind of stuff, it helps build the algorithm for the show, recommend it to more people on YouTube, bring more people into the community. So do not be a pleasure delayer. Click the thumbs up right away. Do it now. Do it live. And then we're off and running. All right, we're going to talk about what happened with the Oilers last night. Some comments made by one of the players after the game who was not overly thrilled with some of the questions, I think. He quite frankly didn't understand one of the questions that I asked. I had to cut him off and tell him what I was actually getting at. But Jay and I have a bigger picture discussion about that in terms of maybe how the players feel about what happened on the 8-game homestand versus how fans and media are talking about it. Logan Gordon out of Sportsnet 960 in Calgary will join us. We like to get a little bit of a Flames perspective. And our buddy Jed Roberts is going to be on the show between 5 and 6 to talk Oilers, to talk Elks free agency. Was getting a Super Bowl pick from Jed?
We must.
Probably. So we'll do all that kind of fun stuff too. We also have to get to, I forgot to give the text line, 780-218-9999, afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. They have their Super Bowl watch party on Sunday. Doors at 3:30, kickoff at 4:30. Tickets starting at $35. That includes an all-you-can-eat buffet. Get more information and find out about all their other great events at rivercreeresort.com. All right, it is the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Captain Connie and Dandy Dry packed their bags for the 5-ring circus after tonight's scuffle in Cowtown. The Olympics are in Milan. Hey, Jason Milne, is that an Italian sausage in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? The locals' penalty kill reminds me of my brother-in-law playing poker. Folds under pressure. Losing to the Leafs is a real smack on the dimples for Oil Country. Seeing all those fans take over Rogers Place makes me sicker than an alligator in a broccoli patch. I'm Chet Palmer.
What? Seeing all those fans take over Rogers Place makes me sicker than an alligator in a broccoli patch? I don't know that I've heard that. That must be from the olden times.
I think so. I think that's a Chetism.
Is that a... Okay. I mean, it sounds... Yeah. Me thinking of an alligator in a broccoli patch, it makes me sick.
Yeah.
I do like an Italian sausage, though. I do like an Italian sausage.
You do?
I do.
Yeah. By the way, see this Gavin McKenna
I'm
stuff
just
as
looking
well?
at it now. I'm looking at the Magisterial District Judge 49-2-01 docket. It says that Gavin McKenna, defendant, and he's facing charges of aggravated assault, attempts to cause SBI or cause injury with extreme indifference, simple assault, harassment, and disorderly conduct engagement in fighting. This is just all coming out as this show kind of unfolds here, but apparently the maximum sentence involved with this is 20 years imprisonment. I don't think that's going to happen.
Probably not.
But I don't know enough about this story. This is just coming out.
And we're not
This is
experts
all
on
alleged.
the American legal.
Okay.
Yeah, they're allegations, but yes.
This is not reporting. These are just allegations that we have seen come across here. After an incident happened on July 31st, once again, these are alleged. McKenna, 18, have been charged with felony aggravated assault that attempts to cause serious bodily injury or cause injury with extreme indifference. If found guilty, McKenna faces up to 20 years in prison on the felony charge alone.
Yeah, this is all just coming out in the last hour or so, isn't it?
30 minutes.
Yeah. Downtown bar following an outdoor hockey game at Beaver Stadium. Yeah, there's an allegation that he assaulted an individual, left the victim with a broken jaw. So that's what's out right now. I guess we'll see what else happens here. But obviously pretty serious allegations. And I think, Jay, I mean, look, you got to be careful in this situation. You're innocent until proven guilty.
Sure,
that's
yes.
why you always say alleged. But even having to go through a process like this could, at the very least, temporarily derail his hockey career.
Yes.
So we'll see how it goes. I mean, obviously, those are some pretty serious allegations. That's Gavin McKenna, who, hot prospect, clearly, for the National Hockey League. Okay, 780-218-9999 is how you can text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. It is an Oilers game day. So for the second day in a row, we are going to have a Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. And we won't do it again until, 3 weeks from today when the Oilers get back at it. Hudson's Canada's Pub featuring $10 tankards and $6 tequila shots. You can also get the $23.99 adult Happy Meal featuring the drive-in burger, fries, choice of beer, and a limited edition hockey puck bottle opener. Book your reservation now at hudsonscanadaspub.com. So I'll give clues throughout the show. You can text in your guesses, maximum 3 guesses per person. First person to get it right gets the $25 Hudson's GC. Pretty simple. Again, you must text the River Crib Resort and Casino inbox 780-218-9999. That's the only way you can win. First clue is Winnipeg. First clue is Winnipeg. Who was? I already forgot who it was. Oh, it was Peter Draisaitl yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I liked how yesterday's went. I think I'm going to like how today's goes as well.
Yeah, ever since somebody got the mystery athlete on the first clue, you've been
There's
a bit.
no-
You've been.
come on. There's no
let's
connection.
call a
There's no
spade a
connection to
spade.
anything. I just
Reid,
do it.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you've been a little bit more aggressive. We can say that.
I don't think this is. I don't think there's anything that can be aggressive or passive about the mystery athlete. I think it is.
Okay.
It is a mystery athlete.
Okay.
And it is done as such. The unveiling of a mystery,
Okay.
sort of like reading a Sherlock Holmes novel, or perhaps a Miss Marple, or. Well, if I was going to say Jack Reacher, but that'd be more, would be more aggressive if I was doing it in the style of Jack Reacher.
Now you're just being cheeky.
I don't know. The first clue is Winnipeg.
Okay.
I don't think that's overly cheeky. I don't think my cheeks are exposed. I don't think I got any cheek hanging out. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So the Olympics have actually started. We were watching the mixed doubles curling earlier today, and it's fun. What is it? 8 ends. Each team starts with a rock in play, and then they throw 5 rocks.
So six, yeah, six,
one
but
person
one's in
throws, one person throws the first and the 5th rock. And I was watching today, sometimes they'll kind of just pick a spot to aim and the other person will sweep, or sometimes one person holds the broom and the person who threw
Chases it. Yeah.
gets up and chases it. So it moves along pretty quickly. Who was I watching? Sweden and Korea, like the Swedish skip, or I guess she's not the skip, the Swedish female made a great draw to the tee line to get 3. So pretty entertaining stuff. So Jay and I were watching this and we were like, I wonder. So our off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. We want to know what other sport could be altered the way curling was altered for mixed doubles. So any combination of fewer players, quicker game, or change to the timing.
Yeah, I think the spirit of it is
Smaller
shorten the
surface.
game.
Yeah.
Shorten the game.
So we know you might just say, well, 3-on-3 hockey. Fair enough, but we have 3-on-3 hockey, and most the other rules of hockey remain the same. You know, like curling, it's like 2 per team, only 5 rocks. Rocks start in place. So there are more changes.
Yeah, like a sport that is known with being long, so long that oftentimes people will watch it and take a nap during it on a nice Sunday, a rainy Sunday when you're watching golf, right?
Right.
So golf, I actually mean that. Like golf to me could be shortened to 12 holes, 6 and 6.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you know what? I'd go 6 and 6, so front 6, back 6,
Right.
and I'd go 2 par 3s, 2 par 4s, 2 par 5s. Boom.
Okay.
You get all your shots in
Right.
that way. But 12 holes, manageable, quick, over. You're not wasting an entire Saturday doing it.
Okay, I would take golf a step further.
Okay,
Sprint golf.
Ooh.
Can't have a caddy. You have to carry your own clubs, and there's some sort of time factored into your score. Like maybe it would be like, okay, it's 2 hours, and for every minute you're under, it's another stroke off or something like that.
Yes.
And so you'd have to be able to be a pretty good runner, and then you'd probably be playing with 3 clubs, maybe, if you have to carry them yourself. You could carry a full bag.
You can
but-
carry as much as you want.
Right.
It's up to you.
True.
You could carry one club.
Right.
But there has to be some sort of a speed plus score total.
Yeah, there'd be some formula. Or just like biathlon has that if you miss the shot. I mean, maybe for every bogey you add time on or something like that. Or you got to do it extra.
You got to
run
hole.
Around the green 4 times.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Jump the sand bunker.
Yeah, you got to do a triple jump.
Right? I like that.
I know somebody who could come measure that.
What?
The distance of the long jump or the triple jump.
Who's that?
The measurement person from the track and field video game.
Oh, oh, googly.
Yeah.
I like, okay, so speed golfing 12 holes.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Now that would be electric. I thought about football, like American football, runtime. The clock does not stop.
So it'd be like soccer,
Yep.
but you'd have to have a play clock.
You'd have a 20-second play, like fast play clock.
Okay.
So like every play would be hustled.
Right.
20-second play clock, runtime, still 15-minute quarters.
Right.
But at the end of the first half, they add on injury time.
Right.
And at the end of the full time, they add on injury
They add
time.
on injury time.
That would be fantastic.
What about
Tiring.
What about darts? But you have to throw 2 darts at a time with
Yes.
both hands simultaneously.
Yes. Yes.
So you have to throw forward with
So
your
that
left
would
and right hand at the same
that
time.
would speed it up and reward dexterity.
Ambidexterity.
Ambidexterity.
Yeah.
Now you'd have to have 2 different dartboards because speed. You wouldn't want somebody to catch one in the temple.
Yeah, each person would have to have their own dartboard.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you're trying to finish as quickly as possible as well. Something like that. That would be pretty entertaining.
What about rowing?
Okay.
Rowing. And you have, like, do you remember in the Fast and the Furious when they pushed the NOS button?
Yeah, they had the push to pass or whatever it was called. Yeah.
And you go super fast.
Isn't it DRS from that song, the Gagers song? If Gagers still here, he'll come in and tell us.
DRS.
Yeah, right.
So yes, you'd have a NOS button, but you'd only have a finite amount of NOS.
Right.
So if it was a 5,000 meter rowing competition, you could either get up to speed and then NOS for a bit and try to get up to a new high speed and hold it.
Right.
But you couldn't use it in the last 500 meters, say. You couldn't finish with the NOS.
That would have to be all rowing.
But everybody would have the same canteen of NOS and a little motor underneath
That's great.
that would engage and propel you faster.
That's pretty good.
I think we're onto something.
I think we're onto something here. So this is a fun one. Be creative with it. What sport needs to be shortened and or have fewer players and or need a change in the playing surface? 780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, and you can post in the nasty chat. Keep giving us the thumbs up if you're on YouTube, or if you haven't given us a thumbs up, please give us one right away. We are halfway to 100 already. Let's see how quickly we can get there. Okay, unhappy Cappy after the coup.
One last goal for the Oilers before the Olympics. Edmonton at Calgary for 8 o'clock puck drop. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tune in at 7, only on EST. And the Kings have made a splash acquiring Artemi Panarin from the Rangers. 50% retention in the exchange. New York gets Liam Greentree, a conditional third-round pick. The pick becomes a second-rounder if LA wins a playoff round this season. And if they win 2, the Rangers will get a 4th-rounder in 2028. Panarin also inked a 2-year extension in LA worth $11 million. In other news, ESPN's Shams Charania has reported a 3-team trade between the Raptors, Nets, and Clippers. Chris Paul off to Toronto with Ochai Agbaji, a future 2nd-rounder, heading off to Brooklyn. To the hardwood, the Raptors are in action, tipping off with the T-Wolves at 5:30, having a total of 7 games tonight in the NBA. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or find them at ParamountFlooring.ca. More with Reid and Jay. After the break, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
Bouchard was on Tampa or St. Louis. He would be on Team Canada. Hire it or fire it.
Fire it. It's just not Bouch's style.
I'm going to fire it. I don't think that would have swayed it. I think he struggled too much at the start of the year. If he was solid at the start of the year, like if there wasn't that struggle, and if the team, and it's on the team just as much as it's him.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada ski cross racer Reese Howden.
Being able to represent a country that has done everything to support my dreams is unreal. To stand on the podium and represent Canada, I don't take it for granted at all.
Sentinel Storage, proud partner of Team Canada.
What? Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. The off-topic topic for our good friends at William Huff was what other sport or what sport could be and should be shortened and how? How would you do it? What would you change? William Mikespear, short and sweet, Reid. Tennis, but with a grenade.
Oh, jeez. Well,
that'd be a short match.
That would do it.
Mike from Calgary, you know who needs to hit the nitrous? The Oilers. And Amos Moses. 1 minute MMA fights would be insane. That would be interesting. You just lay it all on the line.
Yeah.
What do you, Coob, you're the resident.
You just tackle the guy for a minute. That's all you need to do to win the fight. You don't have to
control
make a bloodbath.
That's lame.
You just take him down.
That's lame, Coop.
That's how champions win. That's how it is. I know it's lame. It would be lame. I think that they should, rather than having 5 minute rounds in the UFC, if I can get my words out, just go 25 minutes. Don't stop.
Straight.
No break in between. They don't need to breathe.
That's a better stamina test, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Would they get NOS or nitrous?
No, they're not getting oxygen like they do on the NFL sidelines.
See the Elks announcement here?
Beautiful.
They have extended defensive back Jalen Garnes through 2027 and defensive back Kobe Williams through 2026. What do you think?
Those were two of the final pieces of the puzzle in terms of players that, from a defensive perspective, Reid, contributed more and more and more as the season went on. Jalen Garnes is a Swiss Army knife. He filled in for Royce Metier at safety. He can come up and play Sam linebacker in coverage. And Kobe Williams was a great relief at the halfback position, and also a bit of a Swiss Army knife. But these guys were players that their stock went up throughout the year.
Right.
So, yeah, Elks fans should be very, very happy with those.
Got a limerick here from Gavin, Olympic-themed limerick. The Olympics are about to kick off. I slop it up like a pig at the trough. McKenna's in trouble. Career on the bubble. At the rink size, do we all just scoff? That's pretty good. That's very good. Timely coming in from Gavin. Emailing Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com. Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. Jay and I are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio during every Oilers game day. Like today, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Enter to win Oilers home game tickets. Sip $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian Coors Light only at the Brewhouse. Oilers Flames tonight. So the Oilers 28-21 and 8, second in the Pacific Division. The Flames third last in the West, 22-27 and 6. We know they've been having some struggles all over the ice this year. Minus 28 goal differential. We'll get more from their perspective from Logan Gordon from Sportsnet 960 coming up in about half an hour. Plenty of Oilers discussion today as well after what I would call a disappointing homestand. Not everybody would call it that or even want to talk about that, as we're going to find out. Let's go into buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. By the way, we should say no morning skate audio or updates because there is no morning skate on the back-to-back. I think Knoblauch's going to talk about an hour and a half before the game, so Tom should have that for you on the pregame show. We do have a cut here from after the game last night because I was there when this happened, and I thought, oh, this is interesting, and you'll hear my voice in this as well. Here's a cut from Kasperi Kapanen's postgame availability.
Your whole season's thus far set up for this 8-game homestand here. You guys are hoping to have a better homestand, I'm sure, than 4-4. Disappointing, I guess, to go 500 at home. Pretty big opportunity here.
If you say so.
How do you feel about how you played on homestand overall?
Yeah, it's. I feel like my game this year has been better than it was last year, and I've talked to you guys about, you guys have been asking kind of the same questions. I'm just trying to be consistent.
Sorry, I meant about just about the team game. There were some, PK wasn't great. There were some games with 4, 5, 6 goals against. I guess I'm going there.
Yeah, well, like you said it. I mean, we haven't been playing our best, and obviously playing 8 games in a row at home, you'd like to win more games, but that's how it is now, and can't do anything about it. And like I said, we just need to go into tomorrow and try to win big 2 points.
Jay, I'd like you to go first, or just you react to it.
Sounded a wee bit frustrated, which I guess right after a game like that, and it's just okay. If you're going to be frustrated, then just say, yeah, you know what? We blanked the bed here. We should have come out, 6-2, 5-3. But here we are at 4-4. Not good enough. We need to be better. Like, take it as a rallying cry. Don't say, well, you I guess you said it. Well, you said it. Well, no, you said it. Well, come on, man. Like, you're not doing much for anything, just sitting there and huffing and puffing about it. That's the kind of thing that, at least for me, would be frustrating as a fan to see that and say, well, that's what you're going to say? Okay, well, we're just going to sweep it under the carpet and move on. That's what, like, at some point you need to take accountability for what's just happened. I thought, I also saw a bit of a scrum from Darnell Miller, and he kind of answered the question and said, well, yeah, we weren't good enough. We need to be, but you were in the scrum, Reid. Like, yeah. Did you get a great sense of frustration that he was even being asked questions? That's the way it came across.
I was a little surprised that he gave Speck the, if you say so. I was a little surprised at that. I mean, Speck said, you must be disappointed. And I guess maybe Kapanen didn't like being told what he thinks or have that suggestion. I don't know. So then I jumped in. Okay, well, what did I say? What do you think of the homestand? Like I want the player's assessment of the homestand.
Yes.
He played in it. Okay, so I thought, okay, he doesn't want to be told what he might think or be led anywhere. So in that split second, I made a decision. Okay, what do you think how do you think you played on the homestand? He then misunderstood that question and thought I was asking about him. And I don't know if I have ever done that where I've interrupted a player like that in a scrum. But he starts saying, well, you're asking me the same questions over and over again. And I was like, well, crying aloud, buddy, pay attention to the question. Right. Like, think.
Yeah.
So whatever. So he answered it. So I thought about that then after it happened. And then I went on with Tom. And I thought, okay, what's the one thing Drew Armenda said to us? And he's not the first person to notice this, but Drew put it very concisely, as he's good at doing. This wasn't the last time he was on. I think it was 2 or 3 times ago. He said there are no people better at putting a game behind them than hockey players, right? Like, they play quite a few. It's a frantic game, of physicality and bounces and failure. I mean, most plays don't work, So I wonder if, from Kapanen's point of view, and maybe from other players, they did not play an 8-game homestand. They played the Leafs last night. That's it. And they play Calgary tonight. They lost to the Leafs. Okay, let's move on and beat Calgary. You know what I mean? Like, maybe asking them to assess the homestand as a whole isn't even something they're thinking about. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't even they wouldn't think that way. They wouldn't think, we went 4. Well, but maybe they don't.
No, but
or maybe certain players don't.
I don't understand how you can't, because you're sleeping in your bed for a week and a half instead of being on a plane here and going to hotel after hotel.
Well, no,
it makes
they know
a bit of a
it,
difference.
No, I'm not saying they don't know they played 8 games in a row, but they don't look at it as a group. They look at it as like, hey, we just played Toronto. I've already forgotten about Washington and San Jose and whatever stuff you talk about.
And look, I can appreciate that, Reid. There was a saying in football that, okay, we're going to throw this tape away and we're not even going to talk about it. You do that, you got to throw away the tape speech maybe once or twice a season. That's it. But you can't continually be saying on to the next game, on to the next. Like, at some point, there needs to be some reference to this to say, yeah, we defended poorly. We need to be better. Accountability helps improve the situation. And although I could understand you can hear Kasperi Kapanen's frustration in his answer, that's okay. But then light a fire under your ass tonight and the whole team and come out guns a-blazing and try and salvage whatever you can heading into this Olympic break. If the Oilers can win tonight, a lot of these little discussions that we're going to have today, a lot of the stats that I'm going to bring up, and you're going to say, yeah, you're right, Jay, a lot of that goes away because you're left with a good taste in your mouth about this team. So that's the difference. You can say all that last night. You can be frustrated, and you can say, no, I don't want to talk about the homestand. We lost tonight. Okay, but then do something about it tonight. Play a better game tonight. Show that you can then flip the switch and turn it around within 24 hours and answer the bell.
Well, if they win tonight, they'll have gone 6-4 in their last 10 games, which is decent.
Yeah, not bad.
It's just, I would have liked them to take more advantage of this homestand. I thought there was some sloppiness in their game on the homestand, but I got the sense after being in there last night from the players anyway, and who spoke? Nurse and Janmark and Kapanen. Janmark doesn't generally get asked to do a lot of interviews. He did feel he was impeded a little bit by Matthews on that play. But I think they were all just like on to the next game and kind of like, we can play better and we will. I mean, maybe we're all going to look like idiots in 3 months when they sweep the first 2 rounds of the playoffs.
That would be great.
Yeah, oh no, we know what we have to do. We'll do it when we need to do it. But maybe I don't believe that myself, but maybe. But yeah, it's and I should say to some messages coming in. This is not about me personally liking or disliking Kasperi Kapanen. I have no feelings about the guy.
Indifferent.
Yeah, we're just talking like sometimes we talk to the players because what they say can matter. It can matter. So it was just a very like it was almost dismissive of them having lost a game. That it was almost dismissive of them allowing 30 goals over the last 7 games.
So what are you? You've been doing this a long time. You've been in those scrums hundreds of times.
Yes, I have.
What does that say to you? Is it we're probably paying a little bit too much attention, or does that say, hey, maybe the Oilers are looking forward to this Olympic break as much as anybody? Maybe a break is what this team needs. I don't know. Is the frustration boiling over that much that you can't even just have a reasonable discussion about a game in 60 minutes that you just lost?
I don't know if it's frustrating. Maybe there's just a little bit of a demarcation point in this season, and they're ready to get there, and then come back and focus on the stretch drive. Maybe,
but frustration's not a bad thing. I'm not saying frustration in a negative connotation. If you're spitting, pissed off, mad after a loss, good. Good, you have a pulse. That's awesome. You should be. You shouldn't be basking in it and say, oh, shucks. I almost, like a little bit of frustration out of a player after a loss. Then glossing over it. So, but that's the thing is because you've heard this time in and time, well, it's crunch time. It's what's your favorite?
It's time for some focused alertness.
Time for some focus. Well, okay. Time to then do it. You have a great opportunity to do that tonight. Can you alert your focus tonight for 60 minutes?
Right.
Get a win and sail off into this 2.5 week break on a high note.
Right. Lumbering D says, I accept if you say so as an answer to any question from Spectre. Well, fair enough. Big Uke says, if Kapanen was spitting mad, pissed off, people in media would be ripping him in a different way for being too expressive. Yeah, I want to clarify something, Big Uke. I'm not doing this. We're not doing this segment. I should say we, because Jay wanted to talk about it too. We're not doing this to rip Kasperi Kapanen. We're doing this to break down what he said as an indication of this team's attitude about itself. And I guess what I'm wondering is, does this team think it's better than it is? I guess is where I'm all leading to this. There's another question I have for everybody.
That's a good question.
Does this team think it's better than it is? Okay, yeah, well, we lost a game. Okay, yeah, so we had some great games with goals against. On to the next one. Well, whatever, we'll fix it. We always fix it. But we've had this discussion about this team before.
Well, Reid, you've been saying this since the start of training camp, that the roster construction that's here may lead to a result that isn't as good as last year or the year prior. It may not. Now, you never know what's going to happen. But I think, to be quite clear, you've said this is a pretty much an above average, slightly above average NHL hockey team.
Yeah, I would say that.
Do you know where this team ranks in a lot of different categories, Reid? Well, okay, let me ask you this.
Let's save this.
Sure.
Let's save it.
Sure.
I'll tell you this. I know I believe they're 13th in points percentage.
Slightly above average.
Slightly above average.
There's a lot of other things that would suggest the same.
Yeah.
But that's the. Is it not what you and I sit here and do? Is look at a comment and say that's all. That's all you and I could comment on because that's all we know.
Right.
So for us to assume anything else would be idiotic.
Right.
But you can comment on something that a player has said.
Well, and here's the one thing I would say for the Kapanen stuff. And I realized, like, okay, everybody, like, yes, I'm biased. I'm a reporter. I'm a broadcaster. And I don't know what he's like generally as a person or with the media. But if he wants to get a message out, then actually say it. Like, if he doesn't agree with Speck is saying, then don't say if you say so. It's fine, and I've had it happen to me, and I'm like, great. They gave their opinion. They told me why they disagree with the premise of my question. Then actually say, you know what, Speck, I don't agree with that. We're not sitting around here moping about the homestand. We would have loved to win tonight, but we have another game in Calgary tomorrow, and we're already looking forward to that. This isn't a team that beats itself up over losses. We look at our mistakes, and we are trying to fix them, Speck. Okay, so if you want me to sit here and say that we're all whining and moaning because we lost the game, sorry, I can't tell you that. You know what? That would have been fine. Like, I hate the if you say so crap. Like, to me, that is a little immature, quite frankly.
That's what H.E. Pennypacker wrote in. That's what your wife says when you say that it seems like something is bothering her. If you say so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It is a little bit cheeky. Now, what about this, Reid? What about this? And I know we're late. We'll get into it. We're going to talk more about this.
We've got lots.
But this is bringing on some great response and great discussion, which is what we do this for. Bronco Nick, it is the modus operandi of the Oilers. They don't care about the regular season. They know they can and will be better.
Yeah, maybe they will. But you're going to have some numbers that indicate...
Well, we'll just look at what the stats say.
Yeah.
And they might just be exactly where they should be.
But I also want to clarify, too, like, look, I'm comfortable giving my opinion. And a lot of people listening have heard me on air for maybe a decade-ish. So I'm comfortable giving my opinion. But, like, this is not Reid against Kapanen. I'm just saying he could have got his point across with more words or by actually giving Speck. And then I wouldn't have followed up. Like, even if he just would have said, Speck, we're not disappointed. Okay, we want to win every game, but do you want us to sit here and cry 35? Like, the best teams in the league are going to lose, well, maybe not Colorado, but if you count overtime, a lot of teams are going to lose 30, 32, 35 games. Like, sorry, I'm not in tears after a game. We wanted to win, we didn't. Let's go beat Calgary. That, to me, that would have been better than, like, well, if you say so. I should have just ended the scrum and just say, okay, Sperry, I'm just going to make up some quotes. Say you said them. If you say so.
Yeah, that would have went.
Hey, I'm being
Brandon
there.
From Windsor, are you guys not going to comment on McKenna? We already did at the start of the show.
Yeah.
And there are allegations, so I don't know what
there's not much we
can
comment on it other than reporting what's happening. He's charged with aggravated assault and a few other things for allegedly punching someone after a Penn State hockey game.
Correct.
Yeah. There's not much else we can comment on.
Well, you can say if these allegations prove to be true, would this...
Yeah, well, who's that, Brandon?
Yeah.
He might have a comment on it, which he's welcome to send us, for sure. All right, second clue, Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game is Toronto. Second clue, Hudson's Canada's Pub is mystery athlete of the game is Toronto. First clue was Winnipeg, second clue, Toronto. Jay's play of the day when we get back.
One last go for the Oilers before the Olympics. Edmonton at Calgary for 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock puck drop. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Coverage starts at 7 right here on EST. In other news, Onward State has reported that 18-year-old Gavin McKenna has been charged with felony aggravated assault, misdemeanor, simple assault, and 2 summary offenses for disorderly conduct and harassment. According to sources, the team had been at a downtown bar following an outdoor game with friends and family. Following the outdoor game at Beaver Stadium, during the incident, McKenna allegedly assaulted an unidentified individual, leaving the victim with a broken jaw. Elsewhere, the Kings have acquired Artemi Panarin from the Rangers at 50% retention. The 34-year-old signing a 2-year extension in LA worth $11 million annually. New York receives a conditional third-round pick and Liam Greentree in the move. Elks news, Kobe Williams officially signs a 1-year extension, plus Jalen Garnes is now locked up through 2027. On the court, ESPN's Shams Charania reporting. 3-team trade between the Raptors, Nets, and Clippers. Chris Paul off to Toronto, with Ochai Agbaji, a future second-rounder, heading off to Brooklyn. Toronto and Minnesota play tonight at 5:30. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine and Physiotherapy. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment today. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
So he said this in at 4:30 in the morning. The season is 70% done, and it's like they're still at a point of trying to clean things up from the preseason.
Yeah.
Missed passes, brain-dead line changes, no defensive awareness, consistently sleepwalking through large portions of games like their pregame pump-up song is Moonshadow by Cat Stevens.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
You already know where you should go to watch the big game. Where else but River Cree Resort and Casino? Come out to the venue for the massive football watch party on February 8th. Doors open at 3:30 with kickoff at 4:30. Your $35 ticket includes reserved seating and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or sit in a premium black leather throne of comfort with the VIP lounge package, just $70 a seat. Don't miss out on the football action. Buy your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com. Must be 18 plus.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Hope you're having a pleasant afternoon. Along with Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. It is an Oilers game day, final one before the Olympic break for the Oilers. The roster freeze has happened. Panarin, ahead of that, traded to the Los Angeles Kings. We've been bringing the Gavin McKenna story. Koob will keep updating that in his sports updates. And what's the McMorris thing here?
Yeah, so Canadian snowboarder Mark McMorris was in a training session earlier and had a pretty big crash. So he's been stretchered off the course, and there'll be more update. This is the official Team Canada statement.
Okay.
Snowboarder Mark McMorris had a heavy crash this evening during big air training. Canadian Olympic Committee and Canada snowboard staff are attending to him. We will provide more information as it becomes available.
Okay.
Three-time Olympic bronze medalist was doing the big air training for the Milano Cortina. We saw some Olympics today.
Yeah, we were watching the curling, mixed doubles curling. By the way, Leon's the flag bearer.
He did it.
He got chosen as the male flag bearer for the German Olympic team. That's pretty cool. By the way, Kasperi Kapanen in the nasty chat. Hope I'm having a pleasant day. If you say so, Reid. Oilers Flames tonight at 8. Tom Gazzola has the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show coming up at 7.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app with hundreds of player prop bets on the biggest leagues like NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, you name it. You're not just playing for fun, you're supporting your province. Play Alberta revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services, which is really cool. PlayAlberta.ca or the Play Alberta app.
Well, I have no idea, Reid, what team is going to show up down at the Saddle Dome tonight.
You could probably say that for both teams.
Well, fair point. Touche. But what I hope to happen is a nice little Olympic send-off. Okay, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. I think Leon's got to be flying out of here right after. I mean, the opening ceremony's in, less than 48 hours for him?
Yep.
Oilers win. Connor McDavid, 2 or more points. And Leon Draisaitl, 1 point. Now, if the Oilers are playing well, and I said it earlier, watch they go, 3 for 4 on the power play tonight. They win 7-3, and all is well in Oiler country. That'd be great. And if they do go 3 for 4, and they do win 7-3, I think this play of the day has a very good chance of hitting. So that's Oilers to win, McDavid 2 or more points, and Leon Draisaitl with a point. That's been boosted by our good friends at Play Alberta to plus 185. Here's how you do it. Head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and scroll down through the plethora of plays that are up there. There's a lot of Super Bowl plays that are obviously going to be up till the day of the
maybe
big
more
game.
coming.
Probably more coming, Reid.
Yeah, maybe even from people not named Jay.
Probably.
Ooh.
Stay tuned for tomorrow. That is Jay's play of the day over at Play Alberta. Oilers win. McDavid 2 points and Draisaitl point. Boosted to plus 185. And always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
And remember, you can text the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, 780-218-9999. How about this? The guy from Jersey Shore, DJ Pauly D.
Yes!
Performing at the venue at River Cree on March 7th. George Thorogood and the Destroyers are back at the venue on March 19th for the Baddest Show on Earth tour. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. It is Oilers Flames tonight. What's going on with the rivals to the south? We'll discuss with Logan Gordon when we get back.
The Lock Shop.
I think New England's offense is going to be really, really challenged to do much against the Seattle defense that has been, if they win, which I expect them to do, we will look at this kind of like Legion of Boom 2.0. A defense that, put a team on its back. Allowed mistakes at times offensively and still dominated games.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holstead, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Edmonton, be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
You already know where you should go to watch the big game. Where else but River Cree Resort and Casino? Come out to the venue for the massive football watch party on February 8th. Doors open at 3:30 with kickoff at 4:30. Your $35 ticket includes reserved seating and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or sit in a premium black leather throne of comfort with the VIP lounge package, just $70 a seat. Don't miss out on the football action. Buy your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com. Must be 18 plus.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path.
Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Tristan Jarry duels Devin Cooley in the crease as the Oilers take on the Flames. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson get you set during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live at 7 right here on EST. In other news, Onward State has reported that projected first overall pick, 18-year-old Gavin McKenna, has been charged with felony aggravated assault, misdemeanor simple assault, and 2 summary offenses for disorderly conduct and harassment for an incident that transpired January 31st. The Penn State hockey player allegedly assaulted an unidentified individual, leaving the victim with a broken jaw. Elsewhere, the Kings have acquired Artemi Panarin from the Rangers. 34-year-old Panarin signing a 2-year extension in LA worth $11 million per season. New York retains 50% of his current deal, getting a conditional third-round pick and Liam Greentree in the move. Elks news, Kobe Williams has officially signed a 1-year extension with the club, plus Jalen Garnes is now locked up through 2027. And according to ESPN's Sham Charania, the Raptors, Nets, and Clippers have agreed to a deal. Chris Paul off to Toronto, Ochai Agbaji and a future second-rounder off to Brooklyn. Tonight, Toronto plays Minnesota. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Okay, 2 minutes after 4. Oilers in Calgary tonight. Then it's the Olympic break for the Oilers. We'll see if they can go into it with a victory. We'll give our next clue in the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game probably in about 15 minutes or so. We're trying to give away a $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub. We'll dive a little deeper into the Oilers' performance. Jay Milne has what he believes are some very telling numbers about the team. We'll get into that. Sure. About 20 after 4, 25 after 4. Maybe look at some other storylines there. But whenever it's Oilers Flames, it's always, well, I was going to say it's always a fun game. That's not true. It always has the potential to be a fun game. I got to be careful.
It does have the potential to have a goalie fight, I guess, right?
It does.
It does. Who knows?
But the game could stink. Who knows? That's why I could never be a hype man. I could never work in professional wrestling.
I think you could.
Oh, I'm coming out there. I am coming out there, and I might win. I don't know for sure. The other guy is good, and my stomach's not feeling great today, but I'm going to come out there. We're going to go to the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. This guy's fun to talk to from Sportsnet 960 in Calgary. It's Logan Gordon making his triumphant return to the program. Logan, it's Reid and Jay. How are you?
I'm good, boys. Reid, that sounds like the kind of wrestling I'd actually watch. Reid the lactose intolerant Wilkins or something. Yeah. That's a good one.
The unsure about himself Ravager. Reid the unsure about himself Ravager. Yeah.
It's Reid No Nut Wilkins.
Last time I went head to head with this guy and he beat me. He embarrassed me. Am I going to get back at him? Not sure. I think he's still a better wrestler than me.
Your finishing move could be like putting a peanut butter sandwich on somebody's face and rubbing it in
But
the
then
face.
I also have an
But then
allergic
you
reaction.
have an allergic reaction.
I'm the one that gets the allergic reaction.
And you get an EpiPen. That's your finishing move, an EpiPen.
And people are like, why do you involve something you're allergic to?
It's the entertainment business.
Anyway, Logan's like, what have I gotten myself into? No,
I
it's
knew
good.
what I was getting into before this.
It's good to see you, buddy.
Guys.
The Maple Leafs sweep Alberta. How many Leafs fans turn out in Calgary? It was a pretty good contingent here last night.
Yeah, it's anywhere from like a 60-40 Flame split to when they're decent, it's close to 50-50 at the Dome. They show up big time for those Alberta games, but it does make for a fun atmosphere, and you can get a Monday night going at the Dome with a couple of blue and white jerseys pretty easy. All right,
let's start with I know we're flashing back a little bit. I want to get your perspective on the Anderson trade. You get White Cloud in, who's pretty good for Vegas, I thought, for a few years. I guess we kind of knew he was. I thought anyway that he was going to get traded at some point. How do you look at how this trade broke down? Is this one going to be good for the Flames long term?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, you're talking about at least a first and a second round pick for the Calgary Flames for a guy that wasn't coming back. Rasmus Anderson didn't have a future in Calgary, and you take a first and a second round pick, and Zach Whitecloud helps make the money work for Vegas, helps them from a roster perspective, and might be a longer term fit in Calgary than any of us expected. A Western Canadian guy from Brandon, Manitoba, who has come here, guys, and despite the team not winning a lot of games, has been like, I love Calgary, I love a hockey city, I'm here for whatever they need me to do. And I think it's made a couple of people pause about the idea of maybe tossing him out at the trade deadline. Still a possibility for sure if somebody blows your socks off, but I think there's more there than we initially anticipated. And at the end of the day, I think Craig Conroy's had to learn a tough lesson about, UFAs maybe 5-10 years ago, guys, were the cream of the crop ahead of a trade deadline. GMs outside of Vegas don't like taking on UFAs without an extension and the chance of losing a guy in a couple of months' time without some sort of backing. So it's not quite the haul that you would have expected maybe a couple of years ago for Rasmus Anderson. Feels like a good chance he's back in Vegas when it's all said and done. But for Craig Conroy, it still maintains, the direction of the team, and you can't really be mad at the end of the day. A first and a second, the potential of flipping White Cloud, adding that to the deal, still seems like a pretty reasonable acquisition cost for Craig Conroy.
So is this, are there, and I know we're in the roster freeze now, but when we come out of the Olympics, is this going to be, okay, who else are the Flames trading away? Like, are there other moves that are imminent here with a couple of guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest name is going to be Blake Coleman over the next little bit here. They shut him down. If this was a playoff game, if this game against Edmonton meant something to Calgary in the standings, I think there's no question you'd see Blake Coleman out there. But in terms of what it's going to mean after the roster freeze between the trade deadline, it just made more sense for him to be 100% healthy and ready to go. And I think, Coleman and Kadri are the two names you've probably heard the most outside of Calgary, but don't be surprised if, a veteran defenseman, a Braden Pahal, a Joel Hanley, even a Stanley Cup champion Ryan Lomberg, who's a UFA, are assets that Craig Conroy looks to move ahead of the trade deadline.
Logan Gordon of Sportsnet 960 joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show, courtesy of the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Speaking of defensemen, a defenseman that grabbed the spotlight during the World Juniors was Zane Parekh. Set a record, highest scoring defenseman. Had some comments that weren't received all that well, and by all counts had a great showing Monday night. His first game back with the Flames. What are your thoughts on Zane Parekh? Is this something? Could you see him sticking with this team after the Olympic break for the remainder of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the plan is for post-trade deadline that Zane Parech's going to see a lot of hockey. I'm not going to say every single game. I think they're going to be strategic with it, but the stop and start nature that he had at the beginning of the season with an injury, playing off of the start, going to World Juniors, getting a little banged up there, and then having to use a conditioning stint in the AHL, they would like to see him play as consistently as possible down the stretch through March and April. It doesn't make sense for him at this point to go to junior. That's never something I think they really honestly consider too hard. And, he's in that weird age range where he's not AHL eligible again after the 4-game conditioning stint he went on. That's probably the best spot for Zane Parekh right now would be the American Hockey League, but they lost a pretty good right shot defenseman in Rasmus Andersson and sure opened up some time, especially on one of the league's worst power plays for a guy like that to show off his skill set. And I think you're going to see a lot of him down the stretch.
All right. So, the Flames had a pretty good December. January, not like they have 4 wins in 2026, right? One win in their last 7. Like, I hate to do this to you, but like I've been there with some pretty lousy Oiler teams. And of course, anything can happen tonight. But is this what it's going to be like for Calgary? Like, 3 wins every 10 games? Like, is that just unfortunately how good they are at this point? Or what do you think?
I mean, it might be worse. If you take a Coleman or a Kadri off this team, it could be worse. We just learned what it's like without Rasmus Andersson and what Coleman's been on the shelf for, a handful of games plus now. We're talking about guys that dominate 20 minutes and important minutes for the Calgary Flames. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that it's going to get better because I'm not 100% sure that it will. These are really key guys to what the Flames have tried to do the last couple of years, and there's simply no replacing them. Zach Whitecloud's been a nice surprise. He's not Rasmus Andersson. If you trade Nazem Kadri or Blake Coleman, there's nobody coming in that can fill the minutes that Ryan Husk has put on the shoulders of those 2 guys. So at the end of the day, that's probably what's best for the organization is that there's not a ton of wins in the win column before now and the end of April, but it is going to be a bit of we've started to have the conversation that, we're going to start talking about less about the wins and losses for this team and more about the bigger picture, usage of young players, that sort of thing, because the playoffs are not happening this season and there's no point in pretending that they are.
All right. 4th and final meeting already. Flames came back in the first game of the year, beat the Oilers 4-3 in a shootout. Edmonton 5-1 just before Christmas. Right after Christmas, I thought the Flames outworked the Oilers, won at 3-2. I'll let you complete this sentence. The Flames beat the Oilers tonight if
Devin Cooley has one of his best performances of the season. That's going to be it. Devin Cooley's been a great story here in Calgary as the number 2, but I hate to keep going back to number 4. There's a guy that got up for these Battle of Albertas and loved playing the Oilers as much as anybody. It's a thinner decor right now for Calgary, and if 97 or 29 decides to have one of those nights, there's only a handful of guys that I think can be tasked with slowing them down, let alone stopping them. So I think this is the kind of game where you're talking about a Flames goaltender having to exceed expectations if the Flames want to come out with the season series in the Battle of Alberta.
Logan, I was down in Calgary over Christmas, and I was reminded of something I used to see about 10 years ago here in Edmonton when Rogers Place was being built. I saw the metal scaffolding from McLeod Trail of Scotia Place. Is everything going along well with the building of the new arena, and is it still scheduled to open for the start of the season in 2027?
Yes, everything by all accounts really going well at Scotia Place. We've had a great spring here in Calgary, which has allowed them to continue a lot of the outside work. The last I had heard, talks are, hopefully a structure and some sort of cover, hopefully by the end of the summer, end of the fall, and they can start working on the insides. And the one thing I can tell you for sure, Jay, is that UBS Arena and that whole issue in Long Island about them starting their season on the road for like 3 weeks and not having anything together is not the plan that the Calgary Flames have. They, by all accounts, want to have this thing opened months before the NHL season, if possible, so that they can work out all the kinks and everything else of a new building, because I think that scared everyone in Calgary when that new arena opened and the Islanders got off to that terrible start, and everybody could sit there and say, oh, well, it was the building's fault and we couldn't go home for 3 weeks. And, nobody's here to send that excuse around to the fans of Calgary.
Now, do you think they're going to start training the fans next year at the Saddle Dome? Maybe by just simply doubling the price of a beer before they go to the new Scotia place, or how do you think they're going to manage that?
It's a good question. They've done it with parking the last 5 years, so I guess you might as well get ready for that to just continue to go that way. Yeah, maybe just subtle changes here and there, and you help with the demolition on your way out. If you take an armrest with a beer, then you can help on your way out of the last year of the Saddle Dome.
That's a good idea. Do-it-yourself demolition.
DIY.
Just have the fans pick away throughout the season.
In Buffalo, they were selling off all the pieces. Just have people take a piece with them every night, and by the time the season's done next year, it's just the shell, and it's falling apart anyway. So that's easy.
That's incredible. Logan, we always love having you on the show. Say hi to Pat Steinberg for us as well. Enjoy the game tonight. Hopefully it's a good one here going to the Olympic break. Always appreciate your time.
Thanks, fellas. Have a great one.
Logan Gordon on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. So, yeah, I mean, he laid it out there. They're missing Anderson. They're not using Coleman. There's probably going to be other guys traded away. So it's, they're not focusing on playoffs. Now, having said that, when these two teams play, you never know. And Devin Cooley has been a neat story for them in net.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, we don't know the Oilers lineup. I'm going to tell you something. I'd start Ingram again tonight.
I thought, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
I would be.
I'm not surprised you would
I'm not surprised I said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But is that the reality of what's going to happen?
No, they'll put Jarry in.
Yeah. I hope I want Jarry to have like a solid game.
Yeah, maybe he needs to have a bounce back.
Sure.
Well, he does need to have a bounce back. But crazy old Wilkie would put Ingram again. He's the Oilers' number one goalie. But we'll talk about that.
Sure.
We'll talk about that. Here's a message from Nicole in the nasty chat.
I was wondering when you're going to see it. I was just watching you out of the corner of my eye.
The media ask the most stupid questions possible with no possible answer other than what they want to hear. I can't believe how tolerant the players are with these jerks. Well, I guess as one of those jerks, I guess I'm lucky I'm tolerated. Tell you what, Nicole, send me in a list of questions that I should ask. You have access to someone who goes in post-game and asks questions. So give me some feedback. What would you like asked?
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
We should just open it up.
I want to hear from Nicole only. She had the idea.
Yeah, send them in one at a time in the chat. We can break them down.
Yeah.
Maybe you could practice on me.
Yeah, I could practice on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like where this is going.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And give me an example of a stupid question I've asked. I took a swing last night. Didn't work. About the high sticking penalties with Knobloch. But I thought I'll take a swing.
I think you know what my thoughts will be. But, I mean, in that situation, they're already on the power play. Toronto is.
Yeah.
Austin Matthews, do you think that was interference? Do you think that should have... Janmark
yes,
did
I thought Matthews was guilty of interference.
Right.
Given what I think interference and or holding is.
Where you, hook your elbow into his midsection and slow him down?
David does it all the time.
Right.
Yeah. But having said that, Janmark high-sticked him. And a player's supposed to be in control of his stick. Right?
Clearly.
So it was. I mean, if they would have called Matthews for interference, they still would have called Janmark for high-sticking. Because they wouldn't have blown the play dead till someone touched the puck.
True. That two-man advantage did blow the game open, though.
Well, that ended the game. That decided the game. Yes, that's how that was big. All right. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We have clue number 3 in the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. Trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's. Clue number 3 is 8. So the clues are Winnipeg, Toronto, and 8.
Now, I didn't talk to you about this before. How would you like me to present 8 in words?
Oh, the number 8 is fine.
8?
Yeah. But I would have been fine if you typed out EIGHT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just clarifying, bro.
Oh, yeah, but 8's fine. It's 8.
Sometimes it makes a difference.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it this time. 8's fine. Winnipeg, Toronto, 8 are the clues. We got the Coupe. We got the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel coming up.
One last go for the Oilers before the Olympics. Edmonton at Calgary for 8 o'clock. Puck drop. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson set the table during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That gets going at 7 right here on EST. In other news, Onward State has reported that projected first overall pick, 18-year-old Gavin McKenna, has been charged with felony aggravated assault, misdemeanor simple assault, and 2 summary offenses for disorderly conduct and harassment for an incident that transpired January 31st. The Penn State hockey player allegedly assaulted an unidentified individual, leaving the victim with a broken jaw. Elsewhere, the Kings have acquired Artemi Panarin from the Rangers, the 34-year-old signing a 2-year extension in LA worth $11 million annually. New York retains 50% of Panarin's current deal, getting a conditional third-round pick and Liam Greentree in the move. In Elks news, Kobe Williams has officially signed a 1-year extension, plus Shaylin Garnes is now locked up through 2027. At the Olympics, Canadian snowboarder Mark McMorris crashed during big air training tonight, being taken off the course on a stretcher. There's no current update on the 32-year-old's condition. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. We dive deeper into the Oilers on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Craig Button is our GS Construction hockey insider.
I don't think it's about them just dialing it in. Without the superheroes in that group of 5-6, they save games for the Edmonton Oilers. It's a team that, because those two guys are so great, they can find ways to win. One player, a third-line center. A little more depth on the blue line. Yeah, I do think it would help the Edmonton Oilers.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value, around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the all-new Play Alberta app. Your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery, instants, and of course, sports betting. And of course, Jason Milne's play of the day, which is what, big buddy?
Oilers to win, McDavid 2 or more points, Draisaitl point, boosted to plus 185. I call it my Olympic send-off play of the day.
Go in hot.
Go away hot.
Riding in hot.
Yeah.
If you are taking us in on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, we love those streaming apps. We love you for using them. Tell you what, if you got a second or something comes up in casual conversation, educate other people about them. I had someone say to me the other day, Reid, do you think you'll ever get back into radio? I said, well, technically I am. It's just we don't use a traditional radio signal, but it is talk.
Mm-hmm.
It is talk radio. That's what we're doing. We love doing it.
No, is it a transistor?
Yeah, we don't use a transmitter. We don't have a big 200-foot tower.
A tower.
To send out the signal. You don't have to do it that way anymore.
You sure don't.
You can use the internet. If you're on YouTube, which includes the video element as well, the channel, of course, is Edmonton Sports Talk. Subscribe to it if you haven't already. If you have not given this show a thumbs up, please click the little thumbs up button on the page and also click the and send the show link off to somebody else via email or text and say, hey, check these guys out. They're talking Oilers. They're talking Elks. They're talking whatever.
Banana bread.
Banana bread sometimes. You never know. The off-topic topic for William Huff, what sport would you change by shortening it or changing the field size to smaller, something like that? So along the lines of mixed doubles curling. I suggested two-handed darts. So you're playing darts, but you have to throw with both hands at the same time and then run and get your darts, go back, throw again. So there's a speed element involved.
You throw right-handed, right?
I throw right-handed, but you'd have to try to do both at the same time.
That'd be hard.
That would be incredibly difficult.
Could you go alternating? Or was it
that'd take too long, though, Jay?
Well, no. It's just I guess, whoever gets there first.
Could you step? Yeah, maybe step and throw so you're already walking.
What if it's just speed? If it's like whoever gets from, what is the top? Like, what do you start at?
I think it's 12 feet away. Is it 12 feet away
what's
in
the
darts?
number you start at? Like
501.
501.
Yeah. Or there's
whoever gets there first wins.
501 down to 0, yeah.
So you could, if you were good, take your time and plunk them one at a time.
Yeah, I guess. There'd have to be some sort of timed element involved. 140. 62. All right.
What if you, for hockey, you know how the Olympic ice is a little bit smaller?
Yes.
Instead of that, just cut the ice in half like Timbits hockey. So you just circle back around. You got to touch up at the wall.
There's just the board down the middle.
Yeah, just a board in the middle.
Yeah,
It
on
might
one
be
half of
very
the ice,
dangerous.
Switzerland and Czechia. On the other half, Canada and France. Now, sometimes that puck might go into the other half, and you got to stop both games. We used to play half ice.
You'd have dads on the ice holding the holding
we
the wall.
We played. I think Mighty Mites. I played half ice, like when I was 6 or 7.
But they didn't have that fancy. Now those
No, it
new
was
rinks
just a
have that
board. It was just a
fancy-
bunch of. Or now do they have like a?
It's
like foam
a softer.
wall.
It like
Yeah, it
folds
folds
out
out.
like an accordion.
Yeah,
and
we
it-
did
and it-
not.
and it even has corners.
I don't remember.
So some of those
the
real
corners.
fancy one, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you don't want to tumble over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would the offside be? I
Hate
don't
to
even
see
know.
it.
Abuski says, "This is a dude when Reid tells him he's still broadcasting on radio. If you say so."
Well, okay.
That's pretty good.
Let's lean into this for our second topic of the day.
Sure.
Provide comments that Reid would say, if you say so.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, that's a
Send
good
'em
one.
in.
That's a good one.
Send them our way.
Yeah. Or somebody would say that back to me. Or which way do you want to go?
No, something that
if somebody said to
vice
me,
versa,
or
whichever.
vice versa, but
However you want to apply.
But if somebody said to me, I would just be like, if you say so. Or something I could say to somebody else, and they would say, if you say so, Reid. Why not?
Chris Purper says he played 9-hole glow in the dark at Cattail Cross
for the Olympics.
That was a go. Or that was. Have you? I didn't know glow in the dark, like that you can do that. They're doing that. Glow in the is that just a ball? You just have a glow in the dark ball.
Yeah,
I guess.
So technically,
there'd have to be some sort of light though, Doesn't it need a little bit of light to make it
you'd probably have to
But it won't be in the dark.
You'd have to have a light on the pin.
Yeah.
Glow in the dark pin.
I don't know.
Chris S. says, get rid of offside in soccer. That would speed things up. So essentially...
Or you could just get rid of soccer.
Hey,
how many people did I just irritate there?
If you say so.
Yeah, if you say so.
Grumpy Cat, not a field size thing, but lacrosse rules offside for hockey. Dump the puck and exit the zone.
We have a short play written by James in the Nasty Chat. Hernan, I vacuumed. Dusty, if you say so. Oh, my goodness.
Jeez, box counters. What the hell, man? He says, Jay Milne should have his name on this show.
If you say so. That's me and Dusty in the summer of 2024.
Oh, this
Hey,
is good.
Reid, I'm going to put Jay Milne's name on the show. If you say so.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That is
good. I
like that.
I love our audience.
That's a good one.
Has Nicole replied to me yet? Was it Nicole?
About stupid questions.
Well, and giving me advice on what questions I should ask that wouldn't be stupid.
Well, she said the media asked the most stupid. Well,
I think she
does
meant
say
questions. I think she
okay?
meant questions, yes.
Questions. So please provide more context. Show your work.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, for sure. All right, 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We are going to bring you the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! If you say so.
Yeah.
Diesel understood. Yeah, sorry. I couldn't resist. All right. Do you want to give your interesting facts and figures regarding the Edmonton Oilers?
Well,
first, let's do that.
Okay. I think it's about that time where you can say this is kind of what the Oilers are.
Okay.
Now, sure, trade deadline has not come and gone, right? I'm sure there's plenty of Oilers fans that are looking for some upgrades. Possibly on defense, possibly in depth with the forward group, right? I think that would be the kind of the two areas.
Yeah, sure.
But Reid, what would you say is the category? Well, I'll preface it by this. In football, I always look at the turnover ratio. I always liken the turnover ratio to a good team. High turnover ratio usually is a good team. It means their defense is taking the ball away, and their offense isn't giving it up.
Right.
That's usually a good sign of a good football team. What do you think is the strongest indicator, if you had to choose one, of a successful hockey team in the NHL?
If I had to choose one, if I had to narrow it down to just one, because certainly...
Yeah, narrow it down to just one.
Okay, I'll talk through my thoughts.
Yes, please do.
I mean, obviously, goals against comes into it, but that's not a guarantee because you could be a good team that doesn't allow a lot of goals, but if you can't score, I mean, of course, defensive hockey is important, but so is scoring. At some point, you have to get more than the other team. I mean, yes, special teams, but you can survive. Especially, you can survive with a bad power play. I mean, save percentage, not really. I guess, you know what? I guess I would just have to go goal differential. I know that's a very simple stat, but goal differential. Yeah.
If you say so. Well, it's interesting that you choose that. I looked at some... Okay, let's talk about goals allowed. Sure. You said you can't just... But on this homestand, so since January 18th, the Oilers are second worst in the NHL in that time frame for goals allowed per game.
And that even includes the shutout.
That does.
You included the shutout,
yes,
okay?
Which is 4 goals allowed per game played.
Pretty poor.
Second worst in the NHL.
32 divided by 8.
Yeah. So not good.
Okay.
Then I said, well, that's, I'm cherry picking. Okay, I'm cherry picking a 4-4 homestand. Let's just look over the entire season.
Okay.
Where do you think the Oilers rank in goal differential across all 32 teams?
Oh, so I've got it. Well, okay. Since they're 13th overall in points percentage, I'll say 13th.
15th.
15th. Okay.
In goal differential.
Aren't they only +5?
+5.
Okay.
Okay. So then I say, okay, well, what are what are some of the best teams? Who would you say are the best 3 teams in the NHL right now?
Avalanche.
+72.
Dallas.
+32.
Well, Mini.
+26.
Not as much. Who would be in the East? Who would even be?
Tampa?
Carolina. Carolina, Tampa, yeah.
Tampa's 54. Carolina's
really
32.
Okay.
The Oilers are +5.
Okay.
15th in the NHL. The Oilers are also 13th in 5-on-5 scoring. They're 13th in points percentage. Is this not a team that is slightly above average?
Yes.
Is this not where? I mean, I think this team is right where they're supposed to be. Now, can that change? Can things happen? Can they make a run in the play? Of course they can. I'm just saying for right now, the sky is not necessarily falling. A 4-4 homestand doesn't. But what did you say, Reid? If they win tonight, they can go what?
It'd be 6-4 in the last 10.
You know what?
Maybe
Reid?
that's who they are. Almost a 600 team.
Slightly above average.
Slightly above average.
Okay. I mean, that is what this team is.
Well, I guess that's the big picture question: is how much more capable are they than they have shown? And I actually don't think much more capable, unfortunately, which is going to lead to some really still frustrating stretches. Maybe a very early exit in the postseason. Maybe.
Now, do you think some of this can be aided through trade deadline, prior to trade deadline? Do you think that you can get 1 or 2 pieces? The Oilers are going to make some moves.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they can get pieces good enough.
Or do you think this is where you see them going? This is kind of who they are, even through the playoffs.
Probably, yes.
Probably.
Like a team that's just going to leave you wanting a little bit more, but you might have to accept they don't have that more. I mean, as much as we talk about, work ethic and systems and bounces and special teams and coaching, there's a point where a team just can't play much better. You know what I mean? They have their flaws, or individual players have flaws. I still remember the old Rob Brown. One of the many wise things he said to me is, you can't criticize a player for not doing something he's not capable of doing.
Correct.
Right?
Now, is this roster construction?
Oh, partially, yes.
Is this coaching?
Maybe a little bit. I personally would be harder on Bowman than on Knobloch if I went above the player level, personally. Though I didn't like something Knobloch did last night, but I know we're going to talk about later. And I mean, look, it's here's the thing. In certain situations, both things can be true, and I'll give an example. Did Bowman take a bit of a risk on Mangiapane? Yes. Is it also true Mangiapane's possibly playing the worst hockey of his career? Yes. In the press box, we talk to other people, other teams come through town, there's scouts around. And on this homestand, somebody said this to me about Mangiapane. He has never played worse. So did Bowman take a risk? Sure, but based on what he'd seen from Mangiapane over the course of his career, he didn't think he could play this poorly. So both things can be true.
Reid, what do you think about, I mean, we've seen this play out. We've seen free agent signings or acquisitions come through here that, is this the answer? And then they fizzle out. It happened with Skinner and Arvidsson last year, right? It's happening with Mangiapane right now.
Sure.
Is this team just a hard place to come in as somebody that would be a suitable second, third liner to come in and contribute? Like, is that something that needs to be talked about? Because it happens in Edmonton where players come and it just, that didn't work out.
I don't know, Jay.
I mean, we
don't follow other teams as closely.
Sure.
I'm sure if we were talking about other teams, they would have signing or trades where it's like, oh my God, this guy isn't as expected. I think what you're getting at is it hard to find a spot on the team when you have McDavid and Draisaitl on the team, and Hyman and Nugent-Hopkins who have solidified spots? I get that, but there are counters to that. Hyman sure as heck fit in.
You're right.
You know, even Kapanen, who waiver claim, he's fit in. Podkolzin cast off from Vancouver. You trade for him. He's fit in. I mean, the man doing the Lord's work for you on the fourth line when he plays, Curtis Lazar. I know he would never have hopes of playing in the top six, but I do think I get what you're saying. Yes, over the years, I do think there have been some players who've thought, well, I'm on Leon and Connor's team now, I better get set to be razzle-dazzle. Yes, I think that's happened sometimes. I don't think it'd be fair to say it's happened with every forward they've brought in.
So then why does management look for these style players then? Like I said to you earlier about Ike Howard. Like, is Ike Howard aspiring in this league to be a third-line player?
No, he'd be aspiring to play in the top six.
Right. When would that opportunity come?
I don't know.
Like, not in any near future.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe.
So, but I'm just saying, like, if that's the guys you have and the roles that are filled there, then your priority should be bottom six, grit. I mean, I know maybe they tried doing that with Trent Frederick and thought, hey, that's the guy we got our grit.
Right.
Well, that hasn't panned out.
No.
Another misfire. So, I don't know. You just see a repetitive occurrence here where players that are supposed to be considered high, maybe not high end, but high-ish, can contribute, come here and fizzle out. And I don't know what to make of it. I'm not trying to say I have the answer, Reid. I'm just simply telling you what I see.
Yeah, that's fair. Edmonton Oilers for life in the Nasty Chat says this team just doesn't care about anyone but McDry, and your job as a new player is to come in and survive until they get on the ice. Yeah, that's an interesting comment. I think that's one we could talk about a lot. I mean, by team, I think he means organization. I don't think it's unusual for a sports team to worry a little bit more about how their star players feel in any sport. But I do think there's something to that, Edmonton Oilers for life. I mean, if you're... this is a very simple sort of thing to say from the outside, you know, from a fan or media perspective. Well, just get some guys who can tie the game, and then Leon and Connor can go win it. You know, like just for the 25 minutes or whatever, neither one of them is on the ice. Just try to tie the game, and then you should be able to win it when they're on the game, as opposed to like, well, who could actually still tilt the ice even when those guys aren't on the ice, right? And I think that's why the team was better the last 2 years, is because you had players who could do that even when they weren't on the ice. I mean, that's an interesting comment. But there's, and it's interesting how we're talking, like we're not talking about this in the context of the Oilers being a terrible team.
No.
Like I covered terrible teams, and that's why I always push back when people are like, they're garbage, they're a bottom feeder. It's like, okay, do you want to go back to 2014? We can't, or 2013? Like we can.
Yeah.
Like it's not
not
that.
Sure you want to.
It's not that, but they're kind of just, it's like you said, they're above average. You know, they can look excellent, but I mean, that's what above average is. You might be able to be excellent for a week. You can't do it for a month.
Which
right,
you have to be able to do in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Right. All right, 780-218-9999. Happy to hear from you. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, turning 20 this year and celebrating until October 26th. My goodness. 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash. Again, 10-month-long promotion going on until October 26th. Clue 4 now or later?
Yeah, Reid.
Do it now?
Do it now.
Clue number 4, Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. Phoenix Open. Clue number 4, Phoenix Open.
Oh?
Yeah, pretty interesting, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Clue number 4, Phoenix Open. So all the clues are Winnipeg, Toronto, 8, Phoenix Open. Trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub. A little more on this discussion. We've got some good messages coming in from you that we want to read. Jed Roberts is coming up at 20 after 5. We always love catching up with him. Here comes the Coop.
Tristan Jarry duels Devin Cooley in the crease as the Oilers take on the Flames. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson get you set during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That gets going at 7 o'clock right here on EST. In other news, Onward Skate has reported that projected first overall pick Gavin McKenna has been charged with felony aggravated assault, misdemeanor simple assault, and 2 summary offenses for disorderly conduct and harassment for an incident that transpired January 31st. The Penn State hockey player allegedly assaulted an unidentified individual, leaving the victim with a broken jaw. Elsewhere, the Kings have acquired Artemi Panarin from the Rangers, the 34-year-old signing a 2-year extension in LA worth $11 million annually. New York retains 50% of Panarin's current deal, getting a conditional third-round pick and Liam Greentree in the move. Elks news, Kobe Williams has officially signed a 1-year extension with the club, plus Shaylin Garnes is now locked up through 2027. At the Olympics, Canada's Canadian snowboarder Mark McMorris crashed during a big-time air training, being taken off the course on a stretcher. No current update on the 32-year-old's condition. The Reid Wilkins Show returns following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Because you see it in the moment, then you watch the replay and you're like, oh, Jake Wallman skating off for a change. Sees, I can't remember who it was from the Leafs come in, and instead of stopping and going, oh, I should maybe back and start playing defense, goes, no, I'm going to rush harder to the bench and make sure I get my change in. And watches the Leafs blow past me for a 2-on-1.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada snowboarder Mark McMorris.
Thank you for your continued support, Canada. It's an honor to represent our country. Keep cheering loud, Canada. We feel it. Thank you, Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, thank you very much for tuning in this afternoon. iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Just look for Edmonton Sports Talk on YouTube. Look for Edmonton Sports Talk. Subscribe to the channel. Give each episode of each show you watch a thumbs up. We are 2 thumbs away from 100. My goodness. If you haven't clicked, click.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right, and then click the...
Do you believe in life after life?
then send the show link off to other people in your life and get them involved in our great community here at EST. Of course, I got to do this quick here, Jay. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. So here's what I can tell you. Is it Wednesday today?
All day.
Today's Wednesday. Yesterday was Taco Tuesday. Oh, they got the wing flavors of the month, though. But we got the February flavors now. I don't think we've mentioned these. This is exciting.
Oh, let me guess.
New wing flavors at the Canadian Brewhouse. Everything bagel. Oh, it's another word I don't know how to say. And buffalo. I'm going to embarrass myself here. I'll apologize in advance. Gochujang. How do you say it?
Let me see it.
Yeah, I guess it's right there. I don't even know how to say that. I have not heard of that.
Can I give it a go?
I have not heard of that food.
Gochujang?
How do you say it, Coop?
Sounds enticing.
Sounds spicy.
Right there.
Oh, boy.
Well, Coop, I need that back.
I'll take a read. I'll get a copy of it. Buffalo gochujang.
Is that what it is? Okay.
I'll double check.
I don't know what that is, actually. We'll have to Google that. So anyway, wing flavors of the month. New ones for February. Try them anytime. Or 69 cents all day, every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house, is your house. Do we have a winner, by the way? Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game? very subdued winner. I think he sounds more like this. But this is how he sounded when he was thinking about who the athlete is.
Well, this is probably him now.
Dun, da, da, da.
All right, the first clue was Winnipeg. This person was born in Winnipeg in 1937. The second clue was Toronto. This person passed away in Toronto in 1989. The third clue was 8. That is the number of wins he had on the PGA Tour. The fourth clue was Phoenix Open, one of the tournaments he won back in 1968. If we would have needed a fifth clue, it was Canadian. It is golfer George Knudson. Did he spell it right?
He did.
Knudson. George Knudson. Casino Dealer Jay got it?
Casino Dealer Jay.
Good
Congrats.
stuff.
Well done.
Good stuff.
We did get some interesting texts that came in. Well, first with the If You Say So. Grumpy Cat, you're going to love this one. Stu Skinner was the problem. If you say so. Jason and the... Oh, boy.
Can we say it?
Yeah, I mean,
you got to say it now.
Well, now
Does
I
it
have
have
to.
profanity?
No. Jeez. Def Leppard would have been a better band if their drummer had 2 arms. Reid?
If you say so. Like, that'd be something I'd be like, well, if you say so.
It's hard to know.
Yeah, how do you know?
Big Slam Nasty. Now, this is going back to looking back on some players that have come here and fizzled out that, like you said, you heard that Mangiapane is playing his worst hockey ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Big Slam Nasty says exactly, Jay. You don't get a bunch of square pegs to fill round holes. E-Town Beatdown asks the question, but why do a lot of players come to Edmonton and stop playing the way they played for their previous team? For example, Trent Frederick not playing a heavy game anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I could answer the Trent Frederick situation, I'd be a guru. I'd be a swami of some sort.
You'd be a general manager.
Is that
a swami?
But I don't know. I think there's some players who consciously change their games. I don't know if Trent Frederick consciously changed his game. He just physically might not be able to do it.
Well,
ankle injury or not, he just physically might not be able to do it, which is alarming.
Yes.
It's down to 7 1/3 seasons remaining, though. We were always saying 7 1/2.
Oh, jeepers.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. You got to say it.
You got any other ones?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, Jason says, this is where you're supposed to say.
Okay.
Is it Wednesday?
If you say so. That was it.
That's it.
That was it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The mystery athlete was born in 1937.
If you say so. Well, I do say so. It's true. Some things are true.
This is good.
All right. Oilers and Flames
So, okay.
Oh,
hang on.
sorry.
Did you see Mex? It's gochujang.
Is that how you say it?
Gochujang.
Sheet.
A Korean fermented chili sauce.
Oh, that sounds good. I have to try that.
You should write down how he phonetically put it there.
I don't see it. Where is it? He probably blocked me. Oh, there it is. Gochujang?
Yes, gochujang.
Gochujang.
Garlics, yeah.
We'll have to go try it. That sounds good.
That
Buffalo
does sound
gochujang.
Korean fermented chili sauce.
That does sound like it would be good. All right, 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, talking about the Oilers issues. Somebody said, well, Jari's going to be the goaltender, whether the team has confirmed it or not.
Big Duke says Jari was confirmed.
By who? When?
Let's see.
Jack Michaels had it earlier.
Oh, did he? Okay. Mm-hmm. Jack's on radio again tonight.
Yeah, I'm on the Score app. It says Jari confirmed,
right.
Cooley confirmed.
Cooley confirmed. I would have loved to see them come back with Ingram. Ingram's one of my most positive stories of the year for this team. Am I out to lunch? Maybe I'm out to lunch. I think he's goaltending really well. He's goaltending really well.
He is goaltending.
I think he's playing well.
Would you? Okay, right now, playoffs start tomorrow. Who's your starting goaltender?
Ingram. I don't even need to think about it.
You don't?
No. Who would yours be?
I would have to say Ingram. I would have to say Ingram. I just think he's looked more comfortable.
Yeah.
In net.
Yeah, I think he's made a lot of important saves. He made some really good saves in the first period, stopped the breakaway early in the second period. He made 2 good saves on that 2-on-1 until then Calgary scored on the tip. I think he's been very good. I guess his save percentage dipped below 900 last night.
897 now?
I think it's now 897.
As an Oiler. 846 last night.
Right. So, but do you fault him for the 5-on-3 goal? He had his team right in it, and the Oilers took a couple penalties.
Well, and I guess what you're looking at is a comparable to the other goaltender that was here earlier this year, right? Stuart Skinner. Are you getting a save or 2 extra that can keep you in a game?
Yes, I think Ingram has been giving that more than any other goalie.
I think that's correct, yes.
But I realize they don't start goalies back-to-back. I just thought it would have been a nice kind of like, okay, Ingram, you're the guy. Let's go back-to-back, and then we get some time off. Okay, we're coming up to 5 o'clock here. We're going to do Fired Up for Jemco, a little more on the Oilers there, some of Chris Knobloch's decisions. Jed Roberts will talk Oilers Elks Super Bowl at 5:20. We still have the words of the day coming up, which is always fun. And, of course, our buddy the Coob is going to have your sports update in a couple minutes.
2 guys and a goalie.
Bouchard was on Tampa or St. Louis. He would be on Team Canada. Hire it or fire it.
Fire it. It's just not Boucher's style.
I'm going to fire it. I don't think that would have swayed it. I think he struggled too much at the start of the year. If he was solid at the start of the year, like if there wasn't that struggle, and if the team, and it's on the team just as much as it's him.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada snowboarder Mark McMorris.
Thank you for your continued support, Canada. It's an honor to represent our country. Keep cheering loud, Canada. We feel it. Thank you, Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada ski cross racer Reese Howden.
Being able to represent a country that has done everything to support my dreams is unreal. To stand on the podium and represent Canada, I don't take it for granted at all.
Sentinel Storage, proud partner of Team Canada.
Tristan Jarry duels Devin Cooley in the crease as the Oilers take on the Flames. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson set the table during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live at 7 o'clock only on EST. In other news, Onward State has reported that 18-year-old Gavin McKenna is facing various charges, including felony aggravated assault stemming from an incident that transpired January 31st. Found guilty, McKenna could face up to 20 years in prison for the felony alone. Elsewhere, the Kings have acquired Artemi Panarin from the Rangers, who signed a 2-year, $22 million contract extension in LA. New York retains 50% of Panarin's current deal, getting a conditional third-round pick and Liam Greentree in the move. In a total of 10 games around the NHL, few of which get underway, including the Blackhawks and Blue Jackets facing off. The Sharks also hit the ice against the Avalanche, Kiefer Sherwood making his debut for San Jose. In Elks news, Kobe Williams has officially signed a 1-year extension, plus Jalen Garnes is now locked up through 2027. According to ESPN Shams Charania, the Raptors, Nets, and Clippers have agreed to a deal. Chris Paul off to Toronto with Ochai Abachi and a future second-rounder off to Brooklyn. Tonight, Toronto plays Minnesota at 5:30. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Pleasant Wednesday afternoon to you. It is an Edmonton Oilers game day. They will take on the Calgary Flames at 8 o'clock. So the GCL Diesel pregame show, hosted by Tom Gazzola here on EST, will start at 7 o'clock. Where they got Cass on tonight. Benny Thompson's going to be at the technical desk. We'll see if the fourth and final meeting of the season between the Oilers and the Flames. So we'll see if the Oilers, if they win in regulation, they would win the season series, right?
Correct.
Because it'd be 5-4. Because one of the Flames wins was in a shootout. If you're keeping track of that sort of thing, I always like to give the special teams numbers. Oilers on the power play, still first in the NHL at 31%. Remember they were up around almost 35 for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a great homestand on the power play either. 31%, first in the NHL. The Flames power play is 30th. In the NHL at 15.5%. The Oilers PK dropping after last night to 24th in the NHL, 77.7%. And the Flames PK actually pretty good, 6th at 83%. Cooley versus Jarry is your goaltending matchup. If Lazar comes back in, who do you think he takes out? Mangiapane?
Seems like that's been the
Seems
revolving
like Mangiapane
door.
got taken out last night.
Whoa.
As we will get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Well, first of all, Mangiapane was fired up last night. Back in the lineup after 3 games. I saw some people tweeting, well, see, he's trying to impress the Leafs, so he gets traded there. I don't know about that. But he was playing how we thought he was going to play. You know, skitting around a little bit, agitating. I didn't mind the snow shower on Stolarz and then mixing it up. I mean, I was kind of surprised that Edmonton didn't get a power play out of that.
How? Yeah.
I don't think Mangiapane actually did anything that would be considered roughing.
He was a punching
bag. You could have
bag.
called him, I guess, unsportsmanlike for the snow or whatever, but
No.
yeah, I don't know.
I've never seen the snow shower get called for.
I've seen it called, but usually when the goalie's, it's in his face.
He pushed Mangiapane, and then Mangiapane took enough blows to say, okay, like, when are you going to get in here and stop this? So
right.
he had to start fighting back.
So
yeah, it was spirited, Reid.
So then he now the first goal, he turns the puck over where top of the circle on the attack.
Yeah.
So Toronto goes the other way, gets a 2-on-1. Ingram makes a couple of pretty good saves. It goes back to the line, and the shot is tipped in. And right away, what did he play after that?
Okay, so that was Michelli's goal at 7:12 of second period.
So over half the game left.
Yeah, Mangiapane's next shift was 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the third period. After that first goal in the second period, he only had 4 shifts.
Right.
So clearly benched until very close to the end of the game.
Right.
When it was out of reach, when it was already 5-2.
Yeah. Yeah, now look, this is a coaching tactic. I mean, ever since I was a little kid, I can remember, well, the ice time is currency. That's what the coach can hold over you. I was surprised Knobloch went there with him because he was having a good game. Now, maybe there was some other turnover or mistake that wasn't apparent. I can't remember one. On that goal, I still wonder why Wallman raced to the bench with a 2-on-1 coming at him. Like he would have been better off turning around and trying to skate back. Probably would have limited that. Who knows? Maybe they still would have scored. So that was a curious decision.
Why do you question that? Is it because of this is a veteran player and he probably deserves a little bit more leash?
No, not because of he's a veteran player. I question it because he was actually having a good game.
Right.
And now you're telling him, like, okay, you can sit out for 3 games. And I know there's stuff going on with Mangiapane. Maybe he doesn't want to be here, all the stuff we've heard and talked about. But it's still like he's having a good game. His turnover was in the offensive end, not the defensive end, right? He's trying to make a play. He loses the puck, okay? So there's time for players to cover for him. One of the players who could have done that makes in my opinion, quite a boneheaded decision to change. Like when I saw that live, I was like, what is going on? Like I actually, when I saw Wallman go to the bench that quickly, my first instinct was that, maybe they have too many men and he just needs to get off to save a too many men penalty. But that's not what was happening.
No, you would have preferred to take the too many men.
Right. So anyway, so I'm just surprised where it's like, and look, we know that players aren't treated equally. That's welcome to the real world.
Yep.
But yeah, I just was surprised Knobloch didn't say, okay, Andrew, you're having a hell of a game. You couldn't hang on to the puck in the offensive zone. Get back out there and make amends for it. You look like you might get a goal tonight. Go get us one.
Well, because, okay, I'm happy you reminded everybody of that the NHL is not fair. Right?
Right.
Because you could say, well, why hasn't Evan Bouchard been benched multiple times in many different games? Well, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different of a situation. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was a little bit too aggressive. Like, and also like that sends a bad message. Like then you're gripping the stick. You're playing on edge. You're not playing loose, and you're tense. You're like, I don't want to get pulled. I don't want to get benched. Because you're going to make mistakes. You're going full speed. Mistakes are going to happen. And it's not like Mangiapane made the worst, most egregious turnover. It was a great poke check by the Toronto defenseman to push that puck the other way. Mangiapane actually came into the zone with speed. I had to take a double look, Reid. I'm not even kidding. I had to look twice to say, really? Is that 88? That guy's flying.
Right.
So what message are you sending? It's like a basketball player. Oh, you missed a shot. You're off. Well, hello, you need a chance to make up for it and prove and show, especially when you're having a good game.
Well, and this is why I would be critical of Knobloch in this situation, because he often talks about confidence, playing loose, feel like you can make a play, So now Mangiapane feels like, I never play, and then when I do play, I play well. And then I still get basically taken out of the lineup mid-game. Now, who knows? Maybe there's underlying factors here maybe Mangiapane has said, Coach, I promise I'm not going to make one mistake. And if I do, you can sit me down. Who knows?
Well, nobody would ever coach that way, and nobody would ever play that way.
Right.
Hockey is a fast, free-flowing game. You have to be able to make mistakes. They're going to happen. They happen countless times in a shift. Little mistakes, little details. So, yeah, I agree with you. I thought that was probably not the best game to do that, to try and, I don't know, is that a proving a point message or...
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, Knobloch, he didn't say much about it after the game. He just said, yeah, it was connected. Did he say what it was connected or had something to do with that turnover? So, I mean, I get why you would coach that way. Of course, the players on lines 3 and 4 don't get the leash of the star players. That's not just an Edmonton thing. That's a hockey thing. But, again... Mangiapane, for one of the rare times this year, was highly noticeable. Highly noticeable.
Agreed.
Like being an agitator. You know, then that line had some okay moments with Janmark and Frederick as well. Like they were kind of buzzing around it.
So do you think tonight Mangiapane's not in the lineup then? Because why was Mangiapane in the lineup?
Because they took Lazar out.
Because why did it take Lazar out? At least for what we can tell.
Yeah, he didn't say this directly. I think it might have been related to Lazar's penalties. No, did you take Janmark out tonight? Because he had a high stick?
Well, I mean, I guess if you want to keep things consistent.
But anyway, I mean, Mangiapane might be traded at some point. So,
well, not anymore. Well, not till after the Olympics.
Well, now it's frozen, right? Chaos Jester in the nasty chat. Knobloch, more like Mangiapane blocked. Am I right? Oh my goodness,
that's good. I like that.
Casino Dealer Jay says, didn't Mangiapane get stoned by Gager on Sunday? Gager broke him.
Could be. It could very well be.
Could be.
His confidence could be shattered.
Gager ruined the Oilers' season.
We blame Gage. What a twist.
Hashtag blame Gage.
Hashtag blame Gage.
If you say so.
What a twist. You know who else might be fired up today, Reid?
Who?
Do you think Elliot Friedman's a little bit fired up right now?
About what?
Well, who do hockey fans turn to for breaking news?
Well, Friedman would probably be my number one.
He is, I think, by far and away risen to the number one.
Yeah, reliable, doesn't sensationalize, doesn't do the look at me stuff.
Right.
I broke it.
Here it is.
Just gives you reliable stuff.
You know,
is good on TV as well. Like, yeah, he's good.
Some would even say he might even be the Adam Schefter of the NHL.
I know why you're bringing this up now. Yes.
And who broke the Artemi Panarin news today out from the clouds? Was the NFL's best Adam Schefter?
No, he did say
with Emily Kaplan.
Right. So, but who does Schefter know that he would have confirmed it and been comfortable tweeting it?
I don't know. I looked for connections between Panarin's agent. Does he represent NFL players? Like, what is the connection here?
Like,
I have no idea.
Like, I felt like good for him. I mean, Schefter's obviously very good, but I feel as if, okay, let's say there's this scenario. We're here at EST, and let's say all you talk about is the Elks. That's the only thing you do.
Yep.
And then the only thing I do is the Oilers.
Yep.
Like there's and like the people could argue that, but like it's strict.
Right.
Like you only come on for Elks. Like maybe we're not hosts. We're reporters. And all you talk about is Elks, and all I talk about is Oilers. And for some reason, you found out the Oilers are doing this. Or if I found out the Elks were doing this, I would give it to you and say, look, we both work for EST. You report it as your own in this situation. Or here's the guy's number you verified and put it out there. Like,
I thought it was a little. I mean, I thought, how could this happen to Elliot Friedman? Adam Schefter's eating his lunch.
Right.
By golly, that was surprising. Though.
That was very surprising.
Didn't think I'd have Adam Schefter breaking the Artemi Panarin trade on my bingo card today. But you know, Reid, that you got to think that pisses off Elliot Friedman in some respect, in some manner. Because he's got the connections that say, hey, Mr. Agent, if this is breaking, I'm your guy.
Right.
This works two ways.
Right.
You know somehow that got past him. It's got to be eating him.
Yeah. That was pretty interesting that Schefter got it. If you got us on YouTube, by the way, and you have not clicked the thumbs up button, please do so. We have soared past 100, but we ask you to click if you haven't. We're in gravy territory, and we love to pour gravy all over ourselves. Jay and I are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. It is an Oilers game day, and during every Oilers game day at the Canadian Brewhouse, enter at any Edmonton area location for your chance to win Oilers home game tickets. Plus, enjoy $1 off Molson Canadian Coors Light tankards. See in-store for details. McDiesel says, who wins the news of the day, Panarin or McKenna? Well, they're both significant for entirely different reasons. So Panarin's been traded. McKenna facing aggravated assault and other charges for an alleged incident at Penn State after a game on Saturday. So that'll be a story. I have had some people, we've seen a couple messages like, why aren't you guys commenting more on the McKenna situation? There's not much we can say except tell you what's being reported. So, obviously if that, yes, it's going to affect his career, but right now it's just coming out. So that's why we're just kind of saying here's what's reported. We're not going to speculate on it.
At this point, we're Googling the same thing you're Googling.
Yeah. Oh, Big Uke makes a good point. The real winner is Caleb Jones. No one is talking about his suspension. Yes, 20 games for performance. You've had it and Kuba's had it in the sports updates too, right? So
yeah, I've mixed it in here and there.
Yeah, you're a good mixer, Kube.
Trying to mix it up like a pot.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Right,
I think
Sir Mix-a-Cube. That's what
new nickname. Yeah,
that's what they call you. Oilers Flames tonight. I got to tell you, I got a feeling that the Flames are going to win this game.
Well, that's good because you had a feeling that yesterday was going to be a low-scoring affair.
I said it would be a 3-2 game. I was not correct. Well, the losing team did have 2.
That's true.
And it's still. Did you have the over on it?
I did.
So did it hit the over?
It did.
So thanks to Bobby McMahon, it hit the over.
We needed
the empty netter,
a Hyman power play point, which, by golly, I thought it was going to happen.
Well, didn't the Oilers only have one power play?
Yeah, and it was good. He had a shot. He had a bang on chance for a goal. Actually,
who do you think has the worst goal differential in the NHL? Did you look?
Worst?
Did you scroll down to the bottom?
Well, the Oilers are 15th, and so there's 16 teams or 17 teams worse than them.
Right.
Ooh,
I'm pretty sure I know it.
It is who you think it is.
Vancouver?
Yes, minus 58. St. Louis minus 55, and then the next worst is Calgary minus 28.
Well,
so St. Louis and Vancouver, they're really
holding it down.
They're in the final pairing on Sunday, and no one's catching them for that green jacket. Yeah, that's tough. All right, yeah, Oilers Flames, 8 o'clock game tonight. Remember, we have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 7. We have our buddy Jed Roberts coming up.
Tristan Jarry duels Devin Cooley in the crease as the Oilers take on the Flames. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson set the table during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live at 7 right here on EST. And a trio of games underway all in the first period, including the Bruins and Panthers clashing. Florida up 1-0 about 5 minutes in to play. In other news, Onward State has reported that 18-year-old Gavin McKenna is facing various charges, including felony aggravated assault stemming from an incident that transpired January 31st. The Kings, they've acquired Artemi Panarin from the Rangers, who signed a 2-year, $22 million contract extension in LA, with New York retaining 50% of Panarin's current deal. They get a conditional third-round pick and Liam Greentree in the move. Elks news, Kobe Williams has officially signed a 1-year extension, plus Shaylen Garnes is now locked up through 2027. And according to ESPN's Shams Charania, the Raptors, Nets, and Clippers have agreed to a deal. Chris Paul sent to Toronto Ochai Abachi and a future second-round pick off to Brooklyn at 5:30. The Raptors tip off with the Timberwolves, and right now, midway through the opening frame, the Knicks are up 11-4 on the Nuggets. Doubly alum Jed Roberts checks in following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
They said this in at 4:30 in the morning. The season is 70% done, and it's like they're still at a point of trying to clean things up from the preseason.
Yeah.
Missed passes, brain-dead line changes, no defensive awareness, consistently sleepwalking through large portions of games like their pregame pump-up song is Moonshadowed by Cat Stevens.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
You already know where you should go to watch the big game. Where else but River Cree Resort and Casino? Come out to the venue for the massive football watch party on February 8th. Doors open at 3:30 with kickoff at 4:30. Your $35 ticket includes reserved seating and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or sit in a premium black leather throne of comfort with the VIP lounge package, just $70 a seat. Don't miss out on the football action. Buy your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com. Must be 18 plus.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. Yeah, so another news item today, Leon Draisaitl has been voted the male flag bearer for the German Olympic team. They vote for one male and one female, so pretty cool honor for Leon as he will lead Germany into the hockey tournament. But first, he has to play the Calgary Flames tonight. Final game before the break for your Edmonton Oilers. What are they, trying to snap an L2?
L2. Snap.
Who was Saturday's game? I've already forgotten. Who'd they play? Who'd they play Saturday?
The Wild.
The Wild. I seriously, God. Like
days go by, Reid. I don't blame you.
Time passes, Coop. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Well, just like the hockey team, you got to look ahead to the next game.
I'm looking ahead. I don't look back. Looking ahead. I'm really looking forward to our next guest.
If you say so.
If you say so, Jay. Joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline, Double E alum, guy I've been interviewing now for, my God, probably over a decade. This guy's part of my life. It's Jed Roberts checking in. Jed, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm getting my weekly Reid fix. I can't wait. It's
yeah,
awesome.
let's get.
Always good to be on.
Okay, I'll step out, guys. You
No,
guys.
it's okay. It's okay.
Come on, Jed. We go back too. I've known you
our
since
bromance started before ours. Yeah, you, Jay, and you and I are like you're like my my high school sweetheart. Like we go back so far. Our history is like ingrained in the fabric of our being. We go back so far, so it's all good. Don't be jealous, Jason.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you guys bond too because you both played football. Like you can kind of look at each other, be like, oh, that when you get hit on the thigh like that, like, oh yeah, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? I banged my thigh against the side of the table, hurt for 2 seconds. Yeah. So, I'll ask you this. I don't know if I ever asked you this, Jed. Do you have any pain from your career, like that just has not gone away?
Yeah, that's like asking me if I'm going to take my next breath. Yeah, of course I do. My whole body hurts, but my wife and I talk about that all the time. Whenever I bring it up, my wife goes, well, would you change anything? And I said, well, no. And so I shut up. So, no, it's a good trade-off, Nobody's getting out of this thing alive, The mornings are interesting sometimes. Some mornings are tougher than others, but, there's good and bad in everything, man. It can't be all good all the time, and it can't be all bad all the time.
I can tell you don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to be pushy. Yeah. What's the worst thing you deal with? Okay, I'll give you time to think about it. Like I used to interview Kelly Rudy, as you know.
Probably, I dislocated my right foot. I broke my fib. That was what ended my career, and so that bothers me probably more than anything else. I also ruptured my left Achilles tendon, so I've done both feet. So my feet bother me. So, whenever, if you've seen me walk, like guys that have played for any length of time, they have a particular gait, and mine is no exception. So,
yeah. I was going to say Kelly
Rudy. I'm not
Rudy,
getting anywhere fast, Reid.
No.
I'm not going anywhere in a hurry.
Kelly used to say it was his ankles from playing goal all those years. Like just, that stance, and always moving back and forth. So, well, thanks for sharing, Jed. I appreciate that. Anyway, on a much more positive note, well, actually, if we're talking about the Oilers, is it a positive note? I don't know. Like we're saying, like we have been saying, Jed, should we? Are we at the point where it's like, why are we expecting this team to play great hockey consistently? It's 2/3 of the way through the season. Sometimes there is a team just this is who they are this year, and maybe we just got to live with it. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. This is a team that seems like it's waiting for a trade deadline for something to happen. Like I don't really, and I kind of goes down to coaching too, because I went to the game last night and I watched it in person, and you didn't really see the third line that much. I mean, you saw kind of Roslovic out there, and the fourth line got some, and then it just seemed like Mangiapane was going and he made a mistake and they yanked him, and he was like their guy that was making everything happen in the beginning there. And he was stirring it up and sticking up for his teammates and stuff. So I don't know. This is a really tough team to watch, and this, if it wasn't for those two last second wins, that we'd be looking at 2-6. You know what I mean? So 4-4 ain't bad considering how they played. I'd like to see them finish on a positive note tonight, in Calgary. It's going to be tough though, because it's a rivalry and all bets are off in a rivalry game. So,
Jed, you were part of some teams that, and I believe you said on this show that it was a major letdown if you didn't reach the Western Conference Final when you played with the Eskimos. Like that was just what the expectation was. And now, given that the Oilers have been to back-to-back Stanley Cup final appearances, that conversation has come up as well. Well, they're just coasting through the regular season until it really matters. Does that apply at all, or is that just something that fans like to think that professional athletes can do?
Well, I'm gonna guess. You and I aren't in that room. We don't know what's being said and what the dynamics are. But I'm gonna take a really strong, educated guess and say, I think there's some issues right now with roles. I don't think people really understand their roles yet, and I don't know that they're. This team does really, really well when guys are diving in front of pucks, and they're going in and doing the dirty work and the stuff that's not sexy, the stuff that makes you feel hurt in the morning when you're, 30 years older. That's the stuff that wins championships, right? And you've got to be comfortable with your role. If you're a Trent Frederick, don't try to be a goal scorer, man. Go in there and agitate. Go in there and be physical. If you're a, I don't know. Nuge has played a lot better this year. I've been really hard on him, but I actually really like the way he's playing. He's been using his stick a lot more, and he's going in the corners. And, that's what defines really great teams is everybody knows what their role is, right? And there's no question. There's no ambiguity. Like, if I'm a third-line center, I'm going to play like a third-line center, right? Like, I'm going to go out there and try to create chances and generate momentum in between shifts where, Troy and Connor on the ice. Right now, they're leaning so heavily on those two. That's just not sustainable. You've got to have role players, and right now, I think that's the difference between this team and the team from last year or 2 years ago. Is they don't have clearly defined role players right now, and they're really lacking physicality in particular.
All right, yeah, I think those are good points, Jed. Jed joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. We got to shift gears here to the Elks before we get into the Super Bowl stuff. Now, look, all the free agent stuff, it's like it's announced. Well, no, actually, it's not announced. It's out there. We can't formally talk to anybody next week. Lineman, Taylor Powell, new quarterback coming in. Who else did they go?
Malik Carney.
Malik Carney
on the defensive side. And they kept some players, depth roles in the secondary as well.
Now, it's also the time of year where every team says they're a championship team on paper, Jed, as you know. But how do you feel about some of these Elks announcements that are likely formally coming next week?
Well, you see as fingerprints all over it. I should footprints, but probably the same thing, I guess, in some respect. Big physical receivers, guys that can block when they're running the ball, like 6'3", 6'4", 220. Huge old lineman. That one lineman that he picked up is 6'9", like 340. That's a hallmark. That's his trademark of an Ed Hervey. He's going to out-physical you, and he's got to and over time, he builds rosters where he's going to beat you with better athletes. And, they picked up a WR1, which is what they didn't really have last year. They were playing pretty short. I think they really addressed positions of need, I think, in this free agency so far, and it's been a pretty pleasant surprise. I like the fact that they addressed their quarterback situation. I think the kid they picked up from Hamilton is pretty good. I watched a little bit of film on him. He can play in this league. Bigger guy than I guess Trey was, but Trey brings an element of excitement to his game that I think will be appreciated in Hamilton. He just wasn't a fit in Edmonton. That's just the way the business goes sometimes, right? So he's neither here nor there. It's just the way it goes. But I think that Ed has done what Ed does, which is he tries to build a physically superior team, and he tries to grow out and get some playmakers and work around that. I really like this team right now. And again, like you said, everybody's a Grey Cup champion in the offseason when they pick up their big players. But the real test will be to see if they can win those early games. If this team can go out and play heavy and hard out of the gate and win the early games, they'll be a playoff contender, and maybe they'll go further than that. But until they start to do that, they won't go anywhere.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here just a bit, because that's what everybody said last year when Ed Hervey came in and addressed, especially the area of biggest need was the defensive line. And unfortunately, a lot of those guys didn't pan out. Some did, some didn't. Okay, but is that now just the difference, Jed, in your opinion, of Ed being around this team for a year and really having the idea or the ability to assess what the real needs are? And keep in mind, he pillaged his former team, or so we think. I mean, we're not going to know officially, but there's a lot of Hamilton Tiger Cats coming this way as well, Jed.
Yeah, there are, and that's pretty common when a GM goes to a different team and he knows guys and he's comfortable and familiar. That's pretty common. I remember when Singo Mobley was playing here in the 90s, and his college coach went to the Dallas Cowboys, and he said, "Hey, Singo, are you doing anything next year?" And Singo said, "Well, no." He said, "Why don't you come play for me in the Cowboys?" So that's kind of how that goes, right? And it's no exception with Ed. He likes his guys, and he likes to bring his own particular brand of physical football, and that's what you're seeing here. I'm excited. I like the thing I really like about Ed too is he always finds a guy, like our middle linebacker. I can't pronounce his last name, Mogensen or whatever. That guy, nobody saw that kid coming, right? And he. That's what he does. He just finds really physically good players. And he's always done a really good job of kind of looking around in the bushes to find those diamonds in the rough. And, those guys end up going on to be pretty. I mean, Armando Sewell is a good example of that. When he came up, nobody knew who he was. So I'm looking for that. I'm looking for somebody. I know you talked about, Jay, them going to Toronto and getting those big O linemen or D linemen, and didn't really work out that well. I think there's a lot of injuries along the front. I think Seresna was having a hard time kind of avoiding the injury bug. But I think if they can stay healthy, this team will be pretty good.
All right, let's look at the Super Bowl. We got Seattle, my favorite team. I've had a blast watching them this year. It's kind of nice just being able to watch a team, Jed, and not have to pick them apart on the show all the time. And obviously New England, who are back in with their generation after Brady. What you talked about physicality. Who's the more physical team in the Super Bowl, and do you think that's going to be what decides it?
Oh, the Seattle Seahawks are just smash mouth, like from top to bottom. Like, here's a position you look at. You look at their fullbacks. You want to take a guess at how big their fullbacks are, Reid?
I don't even know off the top of my head. 250 pounds each.
No. Their starting fullback is 274 pounds, 6'3". And their backup is 250. So, I mean, they're going to run the ball, and they're gonna take it right down your throat. And they are so physical. I don't really see this Super Bowl being that close. I think it will be a rout. I think Seattle's defense is really good. They're right up there with Denver, and the Patriots had a really hard time. I know it was a tough weather game, but I just don't see that there's no scenario in my mind right now where the Patriots can hang with the Seahawks. The Seahawks are clicking on all cylinders. They throw the ball, they run the ball, they control the line of scrimmage. Their defense is dominant. You know, they got DeMarcus Lawrence there. They've got they're just top to bottom, man. They're just built. They're built to win the championships. Leonard Williams, man, he's playing his best football. So, like, they're just the line of scrimmage right now. Like, if you look along the fronts, I mean, with the exception of Will Campbell in New England, you really don't. I mean, it's just a mismatch, I think, right now with Seattle. They're dominant. They're playing as good a football as I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. So we're going to close there, and we're collecting a bunch of predictions, and then all the EST staff is going to give theirs on Friday. And hey, it's the Super Bowl, so we can't just say who wins. You got to give us the final score, because if somebody nails it, they'll be celebrated forever here on EST.
Okay, 44-10, Seattle.
Oh! From the top row? You know who would love that? You know who would love that? A stress-free ass kicking?
Reid Wilkins.
No, somebody else in my family. Louise Wilkins, my mom. My mom would be, that would be her type of game, Jed. 44-10. Maybe that might even still be a little too close for her.
Yeah, you can never be too sure, right? No lead is too safe, right?
Wow.
So, yeah.
Jed, we love having you. You probably got to go coach or do something with your family. So thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you the next week or two. We love you, buddy. Thank you so much. Jed Roberts on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. 44-10 for the Seahawks.
That is definitely the biggest spread we've received.
Yeah. Well, hey.
And that, my friend, is a beatdown.
Well, I mean, they should be, as I always say, they should be favored. I mean, there's a favorite for a reason. They're good. If you were the Seahawks defensive coordinator, Jay Milne, you know defensive football. Who's the key? Who do you need to stop on the Patriots offense to control it? To control the game?
You need to force them to pass. So you need to stop Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay.
And force Drake May to beat you with his arm, because I don't think he can.
And as we've seen, the Seahawks have done a pretty good job against some pretty good quarterbacks.
They have the top rush defense in the league, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
Put the game in Drake May's hands, and look, Drake May's done some great things. Probably going to win the MVP.
Yeah.
Or was at least
but as we see, generally the Seahawks don't get beat over the top.
But this is a big, I mean, if Drake May can answer that bell, Reid, and perform, and I mean, hey, if he can lead the Patriots to a Super Bowl, he is idolized in New England immediately. But I don't see it happening. If they can stop Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson and slow that running game, I think it's going to be a long day. I already think it's going to be a long day for the Patriots. But forcing Drake May to beat you with his arm is a win for Seattle with that defense.
Well, we're going to give our exact predictions on Friday. I think people know where we're leaning. I think most people know that I wouldn't pick my favorite team just for the sake of picking. Do you know, speaking of nailing the Super Bowl score, I've done it.
Really?
28-24 Patriots over Seahawks. 11 years, 12
really?
years ago. I said 20. Morley went around and filmed us all making their picks, and I said, well, I'm cheering for the Seahawks, but I'm going to say 28-24 for the Patriots.
So you
thanks to the interception, I was right.
Wow.
No, I mean, you got to pick. You got to pick with what you think. You can pick what you think is going to happen.
Who was the receiver that made that incredible catch down the sideline to set them up first and goal? Was that Baldwin?
No. It might have been someone else. Was it Curse?
Maybe. Because if you look back at that, Reid, if he had got up right away.
Oh, he might have been able to run it in.
I think he could have got it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. And I don't get torn up about the pick.
That's a heck of a play.
Yeah.
Do you think they should have ran the ball?
Yeah. But as you know, before on my previous show, when I interviewed John Ryan, who was on that team, he was like, look, that was a passing down. He goes, we needed to pass on that play. We just shouldn't have passed to the inside. You got to pass to the sidelines.
Sure.
So it's either incomplete or caught. So, yeah, fair enough. Andy's picking a 10-7 game. Wasn't the AFC Championship game 10-7? The odds of there being another 10-7 game? Low. Yeah.
In San Francisco?
If you say so.
Well, who knows? Maybe the electrical substation has something to say about it.
This is a good one from Andy. Oilers bench. Wally, get off the ice. Wallman, if you say so. That's really good. If you have not clicked the thumbs up and you're taking us in on YouTube this afternoon, please do so. We're at 129 thumbs. 130 would be excellent. Let's make a push for 140, which I think would be pretty good.
Sickler's wife texted in on behalf of Sickler. He said it was Curse. Javon Curse.
Is that who I said?
Yeah.
Curse, yeah.
Correct.
Who I think got the game-winning touchdown in the NFC overtime. I believe that was the game they came back against the Packers. Wilson threw 4 interceptions, and I think Curse was the intended receiver on all 4 of them.
Oof.
And then he got the game win. And that was the olden days of straight sudden death. Or maybe you needed a touchdown to win. You might have needed maybe you needed a touchdown
on the first
win.
possession.
If the first team got a touchdown, it ended. A field goal would have kept it going. Oh my goodness. All right, it's 5:41. If you do not have Jay's personal phone number, like the Sicklers, then you can text the afternoon inbox 780-218-9999, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out the River Cree mobile app, free to download. Get exclusive offers and promotions. Get show tickets. Make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. Safe, secure, and easy to use. And you can also go to rivercreeresort.com. Coob, you go now.
From Calgary, Tristan Jarry duels Devin Cooley as the Oilers take on the Flames. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson go live with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show to set the table for the action. That gets going at 7 right here on EST. A trio of games underway in the NHL. Nearing the end of the first, the Jets up 1-0 over the Canadiens. The Bruins also have a 2-1 lead over the Panthers with 6 to go in the first. In other news, Onward State has reported that 18-year-old Gavin McKenna is facing various charges, including felony aggravated assault stemming from an incident that transpired January 31st. And the Kings, they've acquired Artemi Panarin from the Rangers, who signed a 2-year, $22 million contract extension in LA. New York retains 50% of Panarin's current deal, getting a conditional 3rd-round pick and Liam Greentree in the move. In Elks news, Kobe Williams has signed a 1-year extension with the Green and Gold, plus Shaylin Garnes is now locked up through 2027. On the court, it's the Raptors in action against the Timberwolves. Minnesota leading 5-2 early in the first. Nearing the end of the opening frame, the Nuggets are up by 1 point over the Knicks. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST afternoons.
Our good buddy Dennis Bernstein from the fourth period.
This is a masterstroke by Kenny Holland to get it done for 2 years for $11 million to get the extension. Not giving up a first-round pick. There's a gamble in it, but it makes this team much more dangerous. This is a rare player who can create from the wing. Who can do that? Panarin can do it. There's more work that Kenny Holland has to be done because even adding Redman doesn't make this team a Stanley Cup contender.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
You already know where you should go to watch the big game. Where else but River Cree Resort and Casino? Come out to the venue for the massive football watch party on February 8th. Doors open at 3:30 with kickoff at 4:30. Your $35 ticket includes reserved seating and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or sit in a premium black leather throne of comfort with the VIP lounge package, just $70 a seat. Don't miss out on the football action. Buy your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com. Must be 18 plus.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Have a limerick here, emailed to reid@edmontonsportstalk.com from Les. Kapanen replied, "If you say so." Reid Wilkins didn't want to let that go. Hometown fans lament bad contract with Trent. Limerick standards, Reid, let us know. And then Les says, "Not my most entertaining poem, but I hope I'm on the path to redemption, and thank you for raising the bar instead of lowering it by educating listeners rather than pandering to them." Well, thank you, Les. That was a pretty good limerick.
Very good.
Pretty good pacing, good rhyme. I enjoyed it.
We have a Valentine's Day limerick from Atif.
But hold on.
Wait a minute.
Are you being serious?
It says Valentine's Day limerick. Now,
so he's getting us ready for Valentine's Day.
Pumped and ready.
He's getting us. Now, this is something that you and I,
because we're 10 days away.
But this is not something you and I would. I mean, you're married.
We do not celebrate,
but
Valentine's
we wouldn't.
Day.
Yeah, and
it is
me
a
as a single
Hallmark
person. Yeah,
day.
Even if I were in a relationship, I wouldn't be like, "Oh my God, it's Valentine's month.
Yeah,
I got to get ready."
I get the excitement of it, but it eventually,
this is not something we've mentioned on this show, nor would have mentioned probably until the day before. I don't even work the day before.
See, as any man that's been married for 18 years should say, I treat every day like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So But nonetheless,
let's do the
we
limerick.
have a Valentine's Day limerick. On Valentine's, love's pricey affair, with chocolates and flowers laid bare. A restaurant's packed tight for one single night. True love's not just found in the flair.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
It's not bad. I'm just wondering about the timing.
Well,
That's really early to get it. In our world, it's early to talk about Valentine's on February 4th. Maybe some other people are over the moon about Valentine's Day. You got to take weeks to lead into it. I don't know.
I sincerely hope Atif did not get his dates mixed up. It is not Valentine's Day.
Oh, he thought it was February 1-4.
Nor is it Valentine's Day. That's often
is that a day?
I've had people say Valentine's.
No, they haven't.
I have had it.
That's incorrect. Who would?
Well, of course it's Valentine.
Why? Who would think that that's a thing?
Well, maybe it's the times of Valen. There's a day celebrated for the times of Valen.
You have known people in your life who thought it was Valentine's Day. They didn't just slip up saying it, like how I've been saying hotel instead of hotel. Like they actually would argue with you that it's Valentine's Day.
Reid, I had somebody that thought it was supposedly.
Well, what was the other thing you? Safeways.
Safeways. Yeah, supposedly. And
this isn't all the same person, is it?
Could be.
What if they just really like Richie Valens? It's Valentine's Day.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's Richie Valentine's Day.
Oh my God, that hurts my soul.
I think I said that maybe when I was in like first or second grade.
Yeah, and then you realize
And
it's
then I'm
like, oh, that's not. Yeah.
Valentine. You want to be my Valentimes so we can spend time together?
Oh my
and
goodness,
listen to
I
Richie
can't
Valens?
even. I'm.
These times are rather Valamus. Valens.
I'm shook, as the kids say.
I'm shook.
I'm shook.
What was the sayings we had to say yesterday?
Oh, we had to say. I can't even remember.
Hey, chat, am I?
Hey,
cooked?
Chad, am I cooked? I don't know if that
What's
fits
the
for
other
this. VR Montenegro says he's heard people say Valentine's. I mean, it could come out wrong. You know, you stumble over
Then
words.
don't make it come out wrong.
Or just say, sorry, Valentine's.
Oh, sorry, Valentine's.
Yeah.
I've not
But
been...
I guess if you hear somebody saying it over and over again, they actually think it's Valentine's.
Well, maybe that's what we should celebrate. It's Valentine's Day.
That's
instead
tough.
of Valentine's Day.
Whoo-wee. Okay. Well, let's shift the focus here.
That really did rock you.
Yeah, it did.
I could
If you
tell.
Why? Okay. Words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. EPL has an intellectual freedom campaign. EPL stands up for your right to explore every topic, every belief, and every opinion without censorship. Learn more about how EPL protects your freedom to read at intellectualfreedom.ca. I'm early in the Lincoln Lawyer. Quite
Reid and
enjoying
Jay.
it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
First word of the day, hornswoggle.
Oh, that's a great word. I think it's spelled exactly like it sounds. Hornswoggle. HORNSWAGGLE.
Oh no!
Oh, I messed it up. How do you spell it?
HORNSWOGGLE. Hornswoggle.
I can't remember what this means. I know I've seen this word before. Is this kind of like to deceive or like even rip off somebody? Yeah.
Hornswoggle. To hornswoggle someone is to trick or deceive them.
Oh, there we go.
So you literally nailed it.
Right.
Oh, I got to make sure here. You know, sometimes I don't want to make an ass of myself.
Hang on.
No. Okay, second word of the day. Diaphanous. Diaphanous.
Okay. Diaphanous. I think I know this one. DIAPHONOUS. Diaphanous.
Man, you're getting screwed by one letter.
You missed it again, eh?
DIAPHANOUS.
So I had a O where I should have had an A, and then the other word I had an A where I should have had an O.
Yes.
Diaphanous.
Now I will say this: who was the crazy outfit the other day? Who's Pink Pony Club?
Oh, Chappell Roan.
Yeah, her outfit was made of a diaphanous fabric.
Does it mean thin or see-through? So I lose half a point for the sentence.
No. I pushed it on you because we just talked about it,
Okay.
and I thought it was just so appropriate. So you're getting the full point.
Oh, really? You pretty much gave it to me, though.
You know what, Reid? You're supposed to get 2 out of 2, but you know what? Today I'm going to give you 2.00001 out of 2.
Well, no, but I didn't get.
Yeah, you misspelled both. You got the definitions
I think
right.
you're being. I appreciate your generosity.
Hey, that's a pass in my books.
That's 2.00 went to 5 decimal points. It's like how they time the luge.
We will find out.
And Scott, I better not start doing that now. Oh my goodness. Okay, great show, everybody. Tom takes over the stream at 7 with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Oilers Flames will face off at 8, and then don't forget about the postgame show right when the game concludes. On behalf of Zach Kubish and the glue guy Jason Milne, I'm Reid.